Eric. I just now started up the stream. Basically, I'm going to do an intro. Whenever I get to your name, just say a brief hello. Just kind of get through it. So yeah, warm winds. Welcome to Chaotic Streaming. I am DM Starwind, and I'm joined by 7 adventurers in the realm of Elsparia. Let's meet our adventurers. Bar Willowhollow, the rogue halfling. Please say hi.
Hey.
Justin Denico Time, the gnome wizard.
Hello.
Gideon Meadow Lake, the halfling barbarian.
Hello.
Bridget, the dwarven cleric. She will be here shortly, but yeah. Moving on. Marcus Dread Knight, the half-elf warlock.
Hey, that's me.
Hey. And Tazir.
Hey.
I'm gonna mess this up. Arcanani, the drow sorcerer.
Yeah. Hello,
then-
that's me.
And then we have Vinberg, the dwarven druid.
I'm the best.
You're the best.
That's me.
Alright, so last time we were... What was we doing the last time we were here? Just finished finding that Lynx had some dilemmas with the circus folk who were looking for it. And you finally decided to turn it over after mentioning of the guards and after asking them questions about what they were doing and kind of getting a beat on them. So at this point, let's get everybody in roll 20. Hey, Bert. I need to refresh my stream because I'm still logged on that.
Oh, is the dude from, what was it, the Sunday game here?
Alright,
Cool.
so yeah, we were tracking down the links and everything. Let's see here. So basically, there was one character who wasn't with us last week, so we're going to kind of go into his little spill real quick. Our warlock, Marcus.
Hey.
Marcus Dreadlock. How should we start this? Just kind of picture it like a scenario before you were meeting up with all these fellows. Kind of had this dream you kind of spilled into. I think what we agreed on is that you found this sword during one of your excavations with one of your groups that you're a regiment of. Tell me a little bit about that. Do you remember?
Well, I remember finding a longsword sheathed in its scabbard. It was I couldn't pull it free, and there was a very mysterious pommel that had a closed eye
Yeah. So,
shaped upon it.
yeah. So this pommel had a sigil of an eye, and basically you had an opening dream shortly after picking up this sword. The visual of the sword takes your sight, and in your dream, as you're forced to focus on the sigil and the hilt, the faint etchings of the eye slowly open as a real eye stares back. A distant voice comes over. So, deal. Pact is made out as the eye blinks slowly. You can't move, but you do have the ability to speak out.
Who exactly do I serve?
So, deal. Pact. That's all you get as a reply.
A bit reluctantly, like Marcus kind of bites his lip. Deal.
Done. With that, there's magical energy that can be felt around in the area. It's like a whisking wind as it spirals around you and then just kind of centers you, and then all of a sudden you wake up. And this vision just came to you, and you kind of felt small trembling, little vibrations in your hand. And especially whenever you pick up that long sword, that something is going to be guiding you. And just depending upon how much further you get along in your training, will determine how much powerful that your connection with this being will be. But now let's fast forward. So, our group took the Adventures Guild quest to locate a lynx and take care of a phase spider in a hunting ground for some rewards. Now, you guys are just now starting out, you just got signed in, and after finding the lynx right outside the, the guild, you guys chased it down the road, went out of town a little ways, and found yourselves faced with 3 panthers. The panthers looked like they were defending the lynx, and you guys dispatched the panthers and quickly chased the lynx up a tree. With the bar knocking the lynx out of the tree and not quite getting a good grip on him on the way down, Benberg manages to get underneath it, catch it, and hold it, and keep it safe. You guys then managed to take it back to town, and as you were taking care of the panthers that you gathered up at a tannery, you ran into some of the circus people. They said, "Oh, you know, we set out that post. We kind of want to go ahead and collect our cat if you want to go ahead and collect your money." After a little debate, a little bit of trying to question their intentions, you guys all kind of agreed, all right, we better give the cat up or the guards would have been called in. Afterwards, you guys went ahead and figured, let's take a little respite and go back to the tavern-like atmosphere of the Adventures Guild. So, you guys just got done with that job. You know you have another job pending. It's probably about 1 p.m. So, you know, let's just take it from there. You're about 1 p.m. You're inside the tavern-like atmosphere of the guild, and yeah, you're all sitting around a table. Feel free to make small talk.
What would be my knowledge on phase spiders, just as a broad sort of?
Remind me who's talking real quick.
Fernberg.
Okay, make a nature check. Arcana for anybody else who wants to try to.
First roll of
Let's
the
see.
day.
Yeah.
See if I can muck this up for everyone.
You know they're spiders.
Oh, I'm
Gideon.
so smart.
Gideon? Really? Gideon. They're spiders with that blink. Even with that roll, you technically don't have the Arcana knowledge. But Justin,
I figured I'd throw a roll out there just to check.
Well, you would have had it if that made sense for you to have it. But Justin and Nika Time, you know that phase spiders have the ability to kind of phase in and phase out of locations and attack their prey whenever they least expect it.
All right. All right, guys. By the way, do you need to stop at any of the shops at all? Like anyone in this group? Do we need anything before we head off to do whatever it is?
Oh. Shouldn't we let
Or-
the little man rest? And I point to Gideon, who should still be clawed up from the Panthers, right? Did we have a short rest in between any of the...
You're considered to be having a short rest now here at the tavern. You guys plan to stay for about an hour, so you can get a short rest in if you like.
How are you feeling, Gideon?
I've spent my hit die. I'm good.
Alright, so as you're all resting
Hate
at
to
the guild-
metagame it that way, but
Yeah, as you're all resting at the guild hall, you notice a strange-looking woman entering the hall. She's dressed in orange stockings and tops, black shorts, and a ripped black robe that shows her orange out to be like a rebel-like orange stripes rippling through her robe. Her hair is even orange, and her eyes are a soft hint of green. She walks into the guild hall with purpose and leans up against a nearby counter and turns in tied bound of ears. She collects her money and sits at the bar and orders herself a drink as she counts her coin. A man shortly after enters, dressed in what looks like red robes with a hint of flame enamoring with their wardrobe. They look foreign but human. He approaches the girl and they seem to be having a short conversation, asking her for her time to do something. Other than that, everybody else seems to be having a grand old time, either looking at jobs or drinking ale.
Dungeon Master, is there any post up on the board for any jobs though?
Nah, not here recently. You have the last 2 posts.
Okay.
Well, I start like fiddling around with the gold coins that I got from the panther corpses.
Mm-hmm.
How do you all feel about handling a phase spider? I don't think any of us are really an expert in that sort of field.
I
Yeah,
think
just-
it'd be pretty fascinating.
I would like to kill the spider if everyone's like okay with it. But I kind of want to like do it at dusk because you know the sun it's not good for my eyes.
Okay. The rest of you?
I will crush it beneath my boot.
You're going to step on the giant spider.
You've got a problem with that, little man? And I push myself like up into his personal space. Clearly different from last time we interacted.
I think last time we interacted, Gideon beat you in an arm wrestle.
We don't talk about that.
I want to
Yeah.
perk up with the arm wrestling again.
And you also notice a couple of eyes kind of turn towards the little outburst. Even the woman and the man who were talking kind of stop what they're doing, trying to figure out what's going on, and is, giving that kind of look. But, everybody kind of shortly goes back to what they were doing.
I'm not here to challenge you, Marcus. I think that was your name. But I don't think we're dependent on your ability. We've already proven to be one task without you. Don't think we need you for the second.
We shall see about that.
You mind though, Marcus? He's like really strong.
Really strong, huh? Kind of roll my eyes.
If he's strong, why he lose?
He's strong in like a different way.
Hey, it's all about technique.
How you swing it? Is there anything you guys want to accomplish any further, or should we just kind of push forward a little bit? I'm trying to give Bridget time to get back.
In this guild, is there like a magic shop?
Not in the guild, but there is an arcanium in the city.
Okay. Just want to keep that in mind.
Trying to think if we really need anything. What about like a potions shop?
Let's see here. What do we have for potions?
I was gonna say, if you guys have the gold, you should probably get some potions.
Mm.
You probably best bet is to go to the arcanium for those as well.
Oh. Who did we who split up the money from the panther? Was it you, Justin?
Yeah, I did. I split it up.
What's the amount we all have? What do we all like on coin?
Let's see. So, from the links, which was 15 gold, everybody, so I believe it's 7 people. Everyone should have gotten 2 gold from that, at least.
Give
For you.
Bridget the extra on that one.
Yes, I offered you the third, but gave it to Bridget.
And what about from the Panther Corpse?
From the Panther. Um, I want to say maybe that was about. I don't exactly remember, to be honest.
Wasn't that 11 each with like 3 left over?
Something like that, or 9. Yeah, I think it was like 9 each with a few left over.
Uh, would any
But,
of you
I
magic
have some.
folk? Sorry, Justin, you go.
Okay, thank you.
Apologies.
I have enough coin to get a couple of potions for us.
I think it would be best. I'm not sure how difficult it'll be to take this phase spider. I don't think we're going to kick down the door and just step on it. Kind of look at Marcus again. Just
Well,
absolutely not impressed with this guy.
that's not all I'll do.
Just one of those random things that happen. There's like another gnome-looking wizard that kind of walks in through the doors. He's kind of got like these gemstones in his hands, and he's just kind of rattling on to himself as he wanders over to a table and just kind of taps him up against the table and looks at him. But the woman who was speaking with the man, she kind of gets up from her seat about now and kind of walks out towards the door, and the man kind of follows after. Other than that, the bars or the tavern area of this facility is starting to die out. Everybody seems to be moving on to whatever they need to do, or they're finding no luck at finding any jobs this late, so they're probably all fixing to take off. So things are kind of clearing out a little bit, but drinks are still being shared if you need them.
Well, should we head to the potion shop?
Yeah, we should probably head to the Arcanium, because it'll be dusk pretty soon, so wouldn't have too much of a problem with our friend's eyesight.
Alright, so everybody heading to the Arcanium?
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
Alright, so
Yep.
asking around, try to get the location. Like, it's not that hard. This town may be big in purpose, but the size of the town doesn't really kind of hide shops like this. A little ways from the Stray Wolf Inn, you can see a street that kind of turns down northward, and then up the street from there you could see this Arcanium Spellweavers. As you enter in, you see an elven woman, golden eyes, long brown hair with soft pink tips. She greets you as you enter. She's dressed in a gray robes with a silver cord tied around her waist. And she greets you as you all enter. Welcome. How may I be of service? And she kind of has a little stubbiness to her, or the common elvish snobbiness, I guess you could say.
Hello. I'm wondering if one, if you have any potions, just regular healing potions, nothing too superior.
What was 2 again?
Oh, just the healing potions.
Okay, gnome. She kind of slowly draws behind her counter and kind of pulls out a satchel. Has a few vials in it. She does a quick count, quick inventory. She looks towards you. I have 3 regular healing potions at this time. If you want any of these, they are 50 gold apiece.
Okay. And I'm also wondering if you have any how would you say? If you have any scrolls, I might have a spell.
Yes, what spell would you be looking for?
not looking for anything too high of a level.
Well, I do need to know what you're looking for. I can't just draw this up on a whim.
Yes, of course.
Come, child, I
Let
don't
me-
have all day.
Checking the Custodian real quick.
Oh my god, he's gotta look it up. No. Well, while you're trying to figure out what spell you're looking for, does anybody else want to make a purchase?
Well, while he's looking around, or doing that, is there any boats on face fighters in the back, like weaknesses or anything?
I'll let you make an investigation. As you explore the Arcanium, you don't find anything about nature. Most of this stuff in this Arcanium is magic based. You would think something about Phase Spider might be searchable, but she doesn't keep a lot of encyclopedia-like books. So not for the lack of trying, but you did do a good investigation on what she had out in stock. Is there anything else you want to find out about with that 21?
Are there any poisons in here?
Poisons? No.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't-
in the alchemy shop, right?
No, you're at the Arcanium,
Or
the
the
magic
Arcana.
shop.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't have poisons. She does have, like, the healing potions and stuff like that.
Is there like a ladder leading up to a bunch of books on shelves?
No, there's not really that many books here.
Uh-huh.
Because she basically deals with potions, spells, and spell components, and maybe magical items from here and there. Like, you might be able to spot a few magical items if you wanted to find out about that.
Okay, DM, I have my spells.
What are we looking for?
Alright, so I'm looking for 2 spells. I'm looking for Shield, and I'm looking for Mage Armor. If you by so chance have them.
Let me take a look here. Shield is...
Gideon has
first
shield.
level. Okay. And
These are
mage.
both first level.
Okay, they're both first. Please tell me I've got my rarity here. Bear with me, people who are watching me go into a different campaign to look for my rarity list. Apparently I didn't put it in all my campaigns. I need to start doing that. She's going to spend a little bit of time looking for your scrolls. Is there anything else anybody wants to do in the meantime while I look for this? Basically, I'm just looking at the price list. Like, I have a rarity thing I use.
Yeah, I'll say something to the elven woman.
Yeah.
Unless, like, you need to focus on what you're doing.
I'm listening, though. I can react.
Excuse me. Would you say you're at all an expert on the magical creatures of this world?
I might know a few things.
And what things would you know about a phase spider?
Oh, phase spider. Well, they have magical abilities of sort, it seems. At least some would say. They, have a tendency of disappearing and then reappearing without you noticing.
Really?
Something
I walk out of the shop.
You walk out, alright. Alright, so first level are all common. She comes back and finds the 2 spells that you're looking for, and she says they're 100 gold each.
Okay.
Did you want to make? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna turn back to the rest of my party members real quick. Do any of you want to put into, I guess, the community pool for our potion supply?
I drop in what I can. So I drop in a solid 10 gold.
Hoorah.
I will put in 50 gold.
And welcome, Bridget.
Hey, this is to keep us all healthy after all.
How much is it would you need exactly?
It's 50 gold per. She currently has 3 on them, but I mean, spend as much as you guys win to. So.
You're a little soft-spoken there.
This is either the blindest shopkeeper ever, or she just doesn't give a fuck what I'm doing.
Well, what is she going to do? Like, I saw what you did. She's just trying to get business done. Hold on, I didn't see this part. I don't think.
Tazir will drop 50 gold, not 50, 40 gold into the pot.
So Gideon is now using his shield upside down and himself as some sort of demented spinning top.
Who's keeping track of our party fund?
I can. I'm actually okay at math. But I can definitely keep track of all that.
Alright.
But yeah, we can definitely get a couple potions with this. I just need to know as much as you guys are willing to spend. As you know, it's for the party.
I was trying to avoid interrupting people. That's why I was putting it in the chat, because I wasn't exactly in the conversation.
Well, I was constantly looking up this thing and I couldn't find it, and I didn't know you were typing. So that doesn't help me whenever you're typing stuff, especially when people are watching and they can't see what you're saying because it's itty bitty letters. So yeah, chime in and say, just real quick, my character's doing this. You know, and just we're gonna have to find and work out that balance so everybody gets their turn in. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
how are we on that money?
So who was going to offer 10 gold?
That's your boy Marcus.
I'm putting in 50.
And I'm putting in 40.
I put in 50 right next to Marcus so everyone can see, like, just so you can see the difference in the amount of money that Marcus put in and the amount of money that I put in.
Okay, well, thankfully,
I will put in 30 more.
30 more, okay.
How short are we on the rest of it? I'm assuming I've been interrupted by this point since Bard took my fort down.
Yes. And the elven woman's kind of giving you the stink eye as you're being reprimanded by Bar. From what I understand, you have 130 gold there so far in the pot.
I'll pitch the last 20 then, seeing as I'll probably end up needing one of these sooner or later.
And that's Gideon, right?
Yes.
Okay. So far we have Mark with 10 gold, Bridget with 50 to 0.
My gold is for both Fernberg and I. Fernberg likes to be a bit of an ascetic, which means that I carry his money for him.
And then Tazir, 40. Then Gideon, 20. Anyone else want to put in? I am.
The elven woman's kind of looking at you guys. I don't have all day. Are you gonna buy? Or am I just gonna be standing here watching you loiter in my shop? I see you over there. She kind of stares over at Gideon.
Before I get into any more trouble.
Don't think you have gone unnoticed.
Oh, you're busy. How much customers do you get a day?
The door behind you, ding-a-ling-ling, and you see another mage kind of walk in. Gray robes, silver cord around his waist. Auburn hair, human. Oh, hello, Evelyn. And she kind of looks up. Yes. I'm sorry, I have to take care of these first, and then I'll be able to help you. Now take your time. So, are you
Okay.
going to buy anything today, or am I going to just be standing here wasting my breath?
Oh yeah, we're buying some, but you know, patience does go a long way.
How close can I get to this guy that just walked in?
How close do you want to get?
Uncomfortably close. I'm gonna start like sniffing at him and looking very in detail. See what he does.
Well, yeah, you can do that. I mean, he just walked in. He's kind of looking around, trying to... You know, he's just kind of going through her little side stock, trying to see what she has on the shelves. But you can definitely get close to him as you want. He kind of gives you a look as you're coming over. Yeah, can I help you, sir?
Does he smell funny?
He smells of reagents. So, like, different reagents that wizards might have.
I mean, can you give me an example?
What would smell? Like, maybe there's a musky smell about him because he's carrying around certain powders and fragrances. There's probably an incense smell to him, since he probably has incenses for some of his spells.
What's that smell?
Excuse me? And he kind of sniffs around you, thinking, are you sure you're not just smelling yourself down there?
Something smells different.
Well, I can't speak for you, but to each his own.
But why?
I don't know why. Why would things smell different?
You smell like stuff I haven't smelled before.
Well, then maybe you should quit smelling everything you see. I mean, he kind of walks away from you, trying to put some distance, and just kind of goes back towards the door.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, so, yeah, anything else you guys... Yeah, the elven woman's still just standing there, kind of leaning on her elbows, looking around.
Mark, take off 10 gold. Bridget, the 50 to Zir 40, Gideon 20, and I'm gonna take off 30 gold for the 3 healing potions.
Oh, good, you're paying full price. I do love it when adventurers don't try to haggle me. She'll take 150 gold and hand you 3 potions.
Wait, how much for me?
After you hand her the 150 gold, she will hand you the 3 potions. Money first.
I'm just gonna give her the 150. I already pulled up.
You gotta be groaning at that bar.
I think I kept him sufficiently busy, I hope.
Yeah, Bar was probably too busy
Wait,
with Gideon that he wasn't paying attention to how much you guys were paying.
Yeah, well, I was hoping that he was going to haggle, but considering that Gideon got, hurt pretty bad last time, I was willing to put a little bit of money in to the help.
Yep, but she takes the 150 gold off your hands and quickly hands over 3 healing potions, just regular. Divide them how you see fit. She goes back to Justin, was it, who asked about the spells?
Yes.
Okay, she has the 2 scrolls, and were you planning on buying them now? Because she's kind of giving you a judgmental look after witnessing you all trying to pitch in for potions.
Yes, I'm gonna buy the shield spell.
Oh, she kind of raises a brow, not suspecting you to have the 100 gold. Well then, 100 gold.
I'm gonna hand it to her.
Oh. Very well then. She pulls the scroll out from underneath and hands it to you and takes your money. Well, this has been a very fine exchange. Thank you very much. Will there be anything else for you? And she kind of loosens up after noticing you guys actually paying her, especially at full price. Is there anything else I can get for you all?
Unless anyone else wants something, I'm all done here. I'm gonna walk out.
Anybody else with business? I see you over
Ah.
there, you halfling. You should definitely put a shirt on.
Shirts make me smell funny.
So that's where that smell's coming from. As the gentleman kind of goes up to the counter. If you're done talking with them, I'd like to have some of your time to talk about some of the Arcana stuff. And the woman's just kind of waiting to see if any of you needed anything else. If you're all
I'm
done,
going
I probably didn't even need to come in.
no, you probably didn't.
Bernberg.
DM, as I walk out, is there anything particular, I guess, that would catch my eye?
No, is this Fernberg talking?
No, this is Justin.
Just sorry. What are you looking for, or what do you?
Just anything that's a little bit of the higher end stuff, if she has any. Otherwise, it'd be higher end for what she has.
Like, are you asking about what's inside her shop?
Oh no! Just as I walk out, do I notice anything a little bit, more, that has more pizzazz than the other stuff in there?
You can make an investigation check. As you're walking out, you notice that she has a mannequin that has like a cloak, just kind of tied around the top of it. It looks kind of snazzy, and looks like it could be useful to the right person. Definitely one of the more pricier items, probably. But yeah, so anything else at the Arcanium, or shall we move on? Moving on. So with that, as you're walking out, the gentleman walks up to the elven woman, and anybody who wants to pitch an ear to kind of catch the conversation as they're walking out, they'll kind of be talking about the pick up on little bits and pieces like the mages of the Arcana. There's stuff that needs to be taken care of. Spencer's had requests for, and at that time you all kind of walk out.
Tizia, do you suppose any of the other magical wielders that go to the Arcanium use shadows like you do?
Oh, I don't think there are many people who use this magic like I do.
Oh, I thought so. It was really interesting when you did it. Will you do it again against the spider?
I mean, if I have to, yeah. And you
The
kind
magic
of,
that I
at
built
this
is
point,
pretty
you kind
interesting
of
as well.
wee a bit. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. And he kind of hides behind Marcus a bit.
Alright,
So-
well, are we all good for starting our trek? I know this is a bit of ways, so I want to make sure we're prepared before we head out.
I guess so.
Okay. By the way, since we do have the 3 healing potions now, who would like one?
Bridget should have one.
It would probably be better if you guys took them. I've got the Raven Queen with me.
I think Gideon should take one.
Gideon, are you gonna want one?
Player-wise, I know I probably need to carry one, but character-wise, all I know is it's a liquid that you're supposed to drink.
Bar will go and take a potion.
Bar potion. I have the other 2, I guess, until we need it. Everyone go with that?
I have faith.
Just out of curiosity, is there any like satchel or bag that Gideon has?
I mean, strapped to my belt is pretty much just, a coin purse, and then like a random bullshit pouch that I'm probably keeping some weird shit in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd prefer if we didn't explore Gideon's hoard. So far, I don't want to know what's in his pouch. Probably best to leave it at that.
Alright, so...
Boats, what time is it now, DM?
I'd say this whole exchange would put you at about 3 in the afternoon. Sun is still a little bright for your drow eyes. Then again, it's kind of getting overcast. It looks like it might storm soon, so the sun's kind of getting blocked out by a little bit of shade from the clouds.
Are you uncomfortable, Tazia? Would it be better if we walked by night for you?
How far away is this hunting ground? Just if you would have a clue.
Yeah, how long would it take us to get there on average?
I think Bard needed to make me a investigation check.
Yes, I do.
Go ahead and make that check. Yeah, he has no idea.
If it's near like the town we're at, can I roll it too? Because I've been here for like 10 years.
Sure.
Alright, cool. Get ready for the fat roll, boys.
1.
Never mind.
Was that a 1? Okay. It was a 7. Alright, so... But I would say if you guys ask back at the guild where this job posting is supposed to take place, the hunting ground that was mentioned is that they've noticed a lot of webbing in the northern parts of this. It's not in the city, but outside skirts, which about 5 miles north. So if you were to make track through the wild area, there's no road that goes directly north of the town. But if you were to go north of the town about 5 miles, they said you probably come across some webbing, which would indicate where the spider's been seen. All these failed attempts. Gosh. Supposed to roll better. Come on, guys.
It sounds like what, maybe an hour to 2.
Yeah. Where do you guys think you are at the moment? Like, in reference in the town, are you back towards the guild hall? Are you just now coming out of the Arcanium talking about this, or close to the inn?
We'd probably check out back at the guild and get the information.
Yeah. As you're walking back towards that direction, you noticed a kind of fancy wagon kind of pulling into the town, and you have to go by the actual tavern and inn that's in this town to get to the guild hall, and this wagon kind of pulls up to that tavern, and you see some people just starting to get out. It just caught your eye as being kind of fancy.
Were there any symbols or emblems, like unique colors? Maybe the horses had like a uniform armor or something on them. Is there anything like I can identify?
Nothing armor on the horses. The horses did look like they were kind of pedigree-ish, like fancy, more for show than actual actual utility. The carriage itself looks like it's kind of regal in a way. It's like a dark blue. If you want any further details, I'll need an investigation or a history check.
I'm just
I want to kind of like
checking these guys out from outside.
Nah,
I do like to.
Those who would know, like with Ferenberg and Bar and Justin kind of chiming in there, this carriage looks like a royal envoy type carriage of sorts. Like, it's known that people who are invited to the castle would get these kind of carriages sent out to bring them in. As you're kind of watching, if you want to take the time to look, you noticed off to the side there's that woman who was dressed in orange earlier. She was kind of spying us, just kind of eyeballing it. And out of the wagon, a woman with long black hair, blue shawls, blindfold across her eye. She's guided off with the help of some helper who's assigned to her, and she kind of walks into the tavern. They take some baggages off and walk inside there, taking care of her goods. Shortly after, the woman who was dressed in orange, she kind of stalks into the tavern, interested by just the way she looked.
Those women are so elegant, Nuremberg. I've never seen anybody like them.
The horses are more elegant, if you ask me. I like Clydesdale horses. Can I like headcanon them as that?
They're I don't know about
Like they're a
Clydesdales.
real fancy horse.
Well, Clydesdales are like huge. I don't know if they would.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, that would make sense. I guess Clydesdales would be kind of cool. But they look like they're very well groomed and very well combed. So
Okay.
you know these horses are like the pampered breed of their kind.
But,
And as a law check DM, is it like other religions are persecuted or they're just kind of weird?
Well, how about you make, what is it, history? Or if you're asking me for something like that, what is it? Like
For just how the law of the world would work, like how would Bridget fit into? How would like Bridget's like
all right.
fit
As
into
far
the
as this
empire or
kingdom's
kingdom?
concerned, they're not as prejudiced for people who worship outside the normal realm. Depending upon your god, of course. Like if your god is pure evil, then yeah, they're gonna look at you like, you need to be put down. But these people seem more open because they're more in tune with like the magical arts. And
All right, that's
yeah,
cool.
I mean, it's not like you being openly a cleric of a different god. It's not gonna affect you too much in this region.
Yeah, so I'm happy and interested to see them.
Yeah. So.
just for the record as well, I'm going to remind you every time I see a new animal that I haven't seen before. I've now seen that horse and that breed of horse. I'm just adding it to my list.
Yeah.
And it's specifically a Clydesdale horse, so he turns to a Clydesdale horse specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, keep that list and put it somewhere where I can catch it just in case.
Yeah, I'm putting it in additional features and traits on my bio.
Sounds good. Love it. I don't know if any of you would have noticed, but let me get Arcana checks from everybody, even Gideon. But there was like one more significant thing about this woman as she kind of walked in. Alright, let me see what we got here. Alright, Vimberg, Justin, and Bridget. As this woman was guided off and escorted into the tavern, you can feel this soft breeze circling, which didn't make sense because, wind's supposed to blow in a certain direction. This here seemed like a sensory wind of some sort, just blowing in circles and just felt kind of weird and odd. But
This is around the
yeah, it kind of
the
traces
royal
off with the woman who walked into the inn.
Okay. Bridget,
Yeah, Fanny?
did you feel that as well? Did you see what I saw?
Yeah, it was cool, wasn't it? Maybe they've got really powerful magic.
I'm not sure it's a good idea for us to linger around royalty.
We do look kind of shabby and weird.
Well,
I'll bet she smells good.
Gideon.
Gideon, with that, you all kind of get the scent that there was like a soft lavender smell in the air. I mean, you guys were close enough. You could have caught the scent of that.
I walk behind Gideon and kind of like start shoving him forward before he says anything else. We have a guard escorting us to a prison cell.
Off you go. So yeah, so let me ask you guys this: what do you want to do? You want to pass the time while waiting for nightfall, or you want to start heading that direction? Maybe survey. I mean, what's the plan overall? What are we doing?
I was under the impression that Jazir wanted to go around dusk.
Mm-hmm.
You said it was 3, right?
3-ish. Yeah, about 3 or 4. It is getting a little cloudy outside.
So even if it takes an hour, maybe 2 to get there, pending travel difficulties, we'll get there around dusk.
That
Or
Yeah,
at least
plus the
evening.
clouds are coming out, so it doesn't hurt as much anymore. I think I should be fine for the most part if we start journeying now.
Alright. Tizia, if you ever have any troubles, you just let us know, okay? We're all here to help you out.
Hmm.
Um, yes, ma'am.
Let's
Guess we
start
are.
heading there.
Yeah, we make our way.
All right, so
That's a
yeah.
good team.
All right, well, you guys start marching out the east side of the town and then just start tracking north right through the wilderness. Just to kind of go over like wild creatures that you might see while traveling. You probably caught the look of a deer, a few elk, and definitely various birds. Probably caught the sight of an owl. Not a giant owl, but just a regular sized owl. You guys spend the better part of an hour to trek the 5 miles, kind of get a beat on things, and start seeing webbing, just as people have described, in a kind of a clearing-like area. So
Who's leading the party?
that is a good question.
Who's at the very helm?
I don't think you want me leading the party because I could end up taking us on a wild goose chase.
Yeah, I would probably be. Justin would most likely be trying to lead.
Okay.
All right, Chad. Let me move these players to a map, shall I? All right. If you scroll down towards the bottom, this will be kind of like where you're coming in. And you're coming in from the south. So go ahead and set yourselves up in like your formation. Go ahead and set up a formation for me.
I can't move my token.
Which?
Yeah, I can't move mine.
All right.
I'm good.
All right. Who am I talking with?
Fernberg can't move his.
All right. Let me check.
Or I can't either.
All right. Let me fix that on. So I pulled it from the side. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, I can't move my little token.
Alright, let me get that fixed for you guys.
My token's fine. And what direction are you approaching from?
The south is where we came in at, I believe you said.
Yeah, you came from
Alright.
the south, so you're coming from the bottom.
Alright, so I'll be in the front with them. But...
Alright, who else did I need to look at?
Mine, Justin's. There we go.
Can you get mine?
Yeah, I'll
Probably
get
be
you
right there.
next. Trying to fix a couple other things here before we get started. Alright, here, we're... I don't know why I did that. Alright, chat, we're just putting our stats here so we can look at that. Alright, let's see here. So, everybody else, let's see.
Figured just somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe.
Okay, you. Yeah, see, I don't get it. Like, I put all these stats in before, and now they're... Alright, so, yeah, you guys are traveling north from here. You're kind of seeing all the webbing around you, even though there's no webbing to be seen on this map. I would like, someone, pick one, to helm the investigation for the spiders. And if anybody's going to assist them, that will give them advantage on the roll.
So
probably
Justin,
could,
you're taking the helm?
The roll will be for survival. If you're investigating for these spiders. Or the spider.
I mean, I'll help him out because I want to mess with it anyway.
Alright, so who's making the roll?
Tizia, do you know all about spiders? Not in a racist way, but
I don't like them very much.
oh, I've always found them really cute.
Okay, and he moves slightly away from Bridget again.
Well, you've got a problem. Arthur's here.
No, I have no problem. Bridget, you should look for the spiders. You're good at stuff like that, right? You like them, so it'd be easy for you to find them.
Yeah.
Alright.
Whoever's rolling with high intelligence, preferably.
I
I
thought it
was
was a survival check, so that's a wisdom.
Yeah. So, is anybody trained in survival?
I'm proficient in survival.
So
I could take the helm there then, I guess.
Alright, Bridget's helping you, so go ahead and do me a survival check. Nah.
Hey!
Wow.
You don't get jumped. Good for you. Alright, so what we're going to reveal, chat, is kind of search around and judging out the way the spider's webbing is kind of drawn up and kind of like where it's thickest. You kind of get a feel for where these things might be. Let's see here. We need to move this up. We need to move this up. And as you're kind of determining where they are, you get the sounds of scuttering legs just crawling across the ground. Barely hear it, but you made it out because you were able to kind of best out where they were. And in the distance, you see two giant spiders in two different directions. You guys kind of look like you're in the middle of them. So with that, you won't be surprised. So we're going to go ahead and roll initiative. So what you do, click your token, and then roll your initiative from your player sheet, please. Let me make sure, is this fresh or?
Tiebreaker should have been on the.
Hold on, let me ask. This here is an old initiative, I think. Let me
Oh my
clear.
lord.
Let me clear that one. Go ahead and do it now. You're good to go. Sorry about that. There's one right
Of course, you got that point 15 ahead of me.
Alright, chat, let's get them set up, shall we?
Are we taking the second rolls?
Roll your initiative if you haven't already. Alright, is everybody on there?
I think we're missing Bridget, so.
Yeah, I clicked on myself. I'll try it again. Or you can just put me in manually, whatever you prefer, DM.
What did you roll?
There was an 8 before you reset the tracker.
Oh, okay. I can do it again, or
Yeah, click your token and then hit the initiative in your character sheet.
yeah. Sorry,
No, you're fine.
I have myself clicked.
Yep, I see it.
Oh, I'm on that now.
You're on there now. Yep.
Cool.
Next
Cool.
to last.
Reset it
Good for
after
you.
every roll.
Huh. So, Tazir, leading us off, you will be deciding how to go about this. Let me switch up the music a little. What would you like to do?
Okay, so Tazir's seeing the two spiders. He looks off to the one on the right and he moves up one space. And then looking at it, he points finger guns at it,
Mm-hmm.
and then the area around seems to just dim for a second as 3 bolts of energy fly out of his fingers towards it.
Interesting little. Is that all the damage from it, or just okay? I was waiting for more.
Yeah, that's all of it. I rolled really badly.
All right. All right. So
And then he'll just say, I've got the one on the right.
So you fire off 3 shots of magic missile at the spider on the right. Bam, bam, bam. It scutters from it and it kind of turns and directs itself towards the source of the energy. And you just get this loud screech coming out as it's looking towards your way. Next up on the list, anything else on your turn before I move? Movement or anything? Are you good? Tez here? Before I move?
I'm good right there.
All right, Justin, you are up. What do you want to do?
Okay, let's see. At the same spider, I am also going to cast Magic Missile. So I guess instead of dark missiles, you'll see more of light blue being shot at the spider.
Give me my damage. Jeez, can't even play with my spiders.
Ooh.
That was a nice roll.
I'll take that.
So that's all the
I
damage.
can fix that.
No, it's fine. So, yeah, 3 more shots. Bam, bam, bam. It jitters back a little bit, and now it's getting really frustrated as you guys are attacking it. I do have my spiders on here, right?
They're at 18, I believe.
Dang, you guys rolled pretty good. Alright, so yeah, it's taken back. It looks very bloody. Bar, what would you like to do?
Well, I would like to move over here behind the group and shoot an arrow toward the right one.
Okay, go for it. That will miss. So you fire off an arrow, it kind of goes stray. Kind of lands in one of the webbing next to it. Gets stuck there as it was trying to hit it. Anything else for your turn?
Since I'm surrounded, sort of, by medium-sized, people, could I attempt to stealth?
Sure. Good job. Fernberg, what would you like to do?
Okay, this is Fernberg's first time revealing this ability. So in my bonus action, Fernberg's gonna start like running forward. He's gonna like walk like 5 feet forward, and he's going to erupt into a lion. But the lion, like, this is for anyone wanting to visualize it. I've got the beard of a lion, but the mane is kind of pathetic, like reference to my big bald head. So I'm like a golden lion with a bald head. So I would also like to. What's my feet?
Kitty!
You should be able to move that.
Oh man, I'm huge.
Yeah. You
Okay. I'd like to move on this side of the pond or the river, and I would like to stealth.
Take it a stealth.
Yep.
I think the lion is, yeah.
Holy shit, I do that and I lost track of the lion's abilities.
If you want to read them over there in the bio and info.
No,
That's-
you know what happened? I changed the icon over it, so let me do this. I have to put another one up so I can access the... Oh, I could have left it there as a line. Can you move that one on the right and access the sheet? Like hit shift left click twice on the one on the right. This one I just post.
Yeah, I can change the sheet.
Okay, can you move it?
Yep.
Alright, put it right where you were. I'll delete that one. Alright, so you should be able to roll stealth from there.
Oh, you want me to roll it again?
If it was off that character sheet. Or, yeah, because you would have this physical strengths. No, you should be good. That last roll was what it was. Alright, you're stealth. Anything else you're doing?
No, I'd just like to remain stealthy.
Alright, so now that will bring us to the giant spiders. Alright, chat, let's figure out who we're gonna kill, shall we? You can move.
So I will interject here. Gideon is ecstatic. There's a massive cat.
It's like Fernberg, you can turn to it. Oh, he's gone.
Fernberg is pretty much my new best friend at this point.
So this spider will jump out this far. He will do on Tazir.
Yep.
Let's see here. Okay, that is weird because it's not all. Why is it? Why is that not saying everything it needs to say? Alright, so basically, I think I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Keep looking at this thing, it's not telling me what that did. I know he cast web on you and he's trying to bind you, but I think he managed to get out of it. Alright, so...
Oh, no, I think on my turn I have to use my action to make a strength check or something to try to get out of it.
Yeah, that might be it. I'm gonna say that one gets right up on you. Justin, you are gonna get a bite.
Okay.
And it misses. Pitiful spiders. I'm gonna have to come up with something better next time. Gideon, what would you like to do?
I'm going to rage for one.
Alright, so you are raging.
And then I don't think I could interpose myself between Justin and the spider exactly.
Well, you're right there by it already.
True. So let's see here.
So if you want to go ahead and make your attack. I kind of feel like it should be difficult terrain around there, but I think it's going to be a strength check to get out of it.
I'm assuming a 23 will hit.
Yeah.
For a whopping 5 damage minimum. That is a
Yes.
minimum roll.
Well, you go up there and whack it with your warhammer, and yeah, it kind of hits its leg. It definitely did some damage, but not as much as you wanted.
I guess I'll, stand there then go through his space because we're midgets.
All right. With that, Bridget, what would you like to do?
I would like to charge next to Gideon, and I am going to infuse my sickle with shadowy necromantic energies, and I'm going to cast inflict wounds as I go for a swing against the spider.
Yeah, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
I'm casting it at level 2, by the way.
All right. So that's 17 total.
Yeah, and I say Raven's Wing.
As your sickle comes crashing down with this black energy, it slaps onto the spider, and then this inflicting wounds of darkness just starts to seep all over its body. It's been heavily affected by this, and you definitely see it squeezing out ichor and oozing puddles of whatever might be inside this being as its carcass is cracked from the damage from your sickle. You you're doing pretty good. Clerics are scary, guys. Anything else on your turn, Bridget?
No, I'm going to hold up my shield after that.
Alright, Marcus. What would you like to do, sir? Both of these spiders look very hurt. Yeah, go ahead.
You're muted, by the way, Paul.
Yeah, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. So I pretty much leap over him, seeing let Tazir get all gooped up.
Mm-hmm.
And on my way over, during leap, I reach onto my back, grab hold of something, and pull forth my mighty flail, spin it around my head, and then just try clobber this thing right down on top of its fucking 20,000 eyes.
Okay, let's get that attack roll. That's a hit. Give me some damage.
Alright.
You bring down the flail. It smashes through the carpus and sends the spider with its 8 legs just crawling up and then just kind of hovering over its head as its body drops to the ground. Anything else on your turn?
I just turn to face Tazir. You all right there, friend?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, Tessir, you get to go.
He like gives you a thumbs up, and then the same hand points another finger gun at the other spider. And once again, the area like darkens for a moment as 3 blasts fire from his fingertips.
Alright, let me get some damage. And just like that, you guys watch as these 3 shots just spiral around the black energy that's already infecting this creature. And then splat, 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 the carpet cracks open and spills out whatever ichor and guts it has inside. And both of these spiders are now dead.
Yeah, pest control.
Alright, so you cleared out the immediate threat. However, you are
No, I
aware
can't
that
see
there
the kitty.
however, you are aware that there might be another threat altogether. So, Tazir, with your movement, do you want to do anything? Actually, with your
He's not
movement,
gonna do anything.
What I like from you is a straight check to sacrifice your movement to get out of the webbing that got shot on you. So go ahead and make a straight
Okay.
athletics. You will not be going anywhere for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and mark you as stuck in web or something. There we go.
And as a bonus action, you guys see his eyes flash red as I convert my sorcery points into another spell slot.
Okay, cool. Justin D'Anico, the immediate threat's gone. However, there's still a sense that something else might be lurking. What would you like to do?
Can I see if anything in the vicinity of us is the form of these creatures?
You'll have to make a perception check.
Okay. With an 11.
You take a look around. You definitely notice a lot of webbing.
Okay. I am gonna cast Firebolt at the just around the area of whoever is webbed currently. That'll be Tazir. And I'm gonna try and clear the webbing off from his just around him.
Please don't miss, please don't miss, please don't miss.
Do I need a roll for an attack on this?
What exactly are you doing? Just dropping the fireball?
So I'm using Firebolt, the cantrip, and burning the web around him.
Just roll damage. Start burning away some of the webbing around him. It's kind of thick, though. It's going to take a little bit more, you think.
Okay.
Alright,
and that will do it.
Alright, Bar, what would you like to do?
It's getting pretty dark, right?
Yeah, you guys, it's about 5 or 6 in the evening. Overcast skies.
I mean, is it? I'm going to look around to see if I see another threat. Do I need to roll a disadvantage?
No, just roll perception. Off to the side of kind of look around for a little bit, and then off to the side from where one of the spiders on the right side was coming out, you see this weird looking humanoid looking creature. However, it looks like it's got the shape of a spider like body.
Could I tell what it is?
Um,
Or
you make a nature check or arcana. Looks like an ettercap.
I will yell and announce that there's an ettercap to the northeast. And after saying that, I will pull back my bow and release another arrow at it.
Alright, go ahead and fire. Alright, go ahead and give me some damage. Alright, anything else?
I will move to the north a little bit.
Alright, so you pull out your bow, shoot an arrow after finding this ettercap off to the side, and manages to snatch it right into one of its shoulder blades. It quickly snatches the arrow out and drops it into the webbing, and looks irritated by your attempt to kill it, and then you kind of scuttle off. Fernberg, what would you like to do?
I think. Because I'm still stealth, right? So I get advantage on my next attack roll on this thing unless it sees me.
Well, you did roll kind of low.
Okay.
I'm just
I'm
going to
going
put
to
it to you like
use-
this. It knows exactly where you are.
Okay. I'm gonna charge directly at it, and I'm gonna use the pounce mechanic. So I'm gonna run 20 feet directly at it, and I'm going to use a claw attack.
It fails its strength saving throw, so it will be knocked prone when you get to it, if you hit. Alright, so yeah, you hit. Give me that damage. And he is knocked prone.
And for my bonus action, as it's like knocked on the ground, I just want to like bite into its neck.
Alright, roll me an attack damage. Or roll me the attack, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh, goodness gracious. That's gonna hurt.
I'm
Give me some damage.
I'm a good
12. Alright. So yeah, this giant kitty Gideon just jumped off from where it was, raced over, and toppled this ettercap to the ground. Then all of a sudden you see its giant maws start biting down on top of it. It is going to town on this ettercap. And I'm guessing the only thing you could think is, good kitty. Spiders are dead. Get them up here. Gideon, you get to go. What would you like to do?
Well, I can easily make it there. Gonna take dash then.
You can make it there, yeah.
I could make it there and beyond if I wanted, but
What's your movement?
at 25, I moved a total of 40.
So you took the dash action to get there. Alright.
Which sucks a little bit
Yep.
because unless this thing attacks me, I'm gonna try to pull aggro with a intimidation and hell with it. I mean, yeah, he's being mauled by a lion, but I'm gonna try to seem more scary than a lion.
Alright, go ahead and make your intimidation roll.
Probably not.
You're ranting and raving. You're not sure he can see you. Bridget, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm going to come over to Desir and help him with his webbing. And the entire time I'm just looking at Fernberg like this guy is the coolest ever. So I want to just like help pull the
All right.
webs off him if possible.
Give me an athletics check. You're tugging and tugging, and there are small flames that are kind of billowing there, but you're not making any headway from the looks of it. Or maybe you're a little
Right.
awestruck, I don't know which.
A
Marcus.
bit of both.
Marcus, you're up, sir. Marcus, are you muted or are you here?
Sorry. In my character's glory days, he'd have tried fucking that thing up too, but
Mhm.
he's instead gonna go help Tazir.
Alright.
So I'm gonna attempt. I'm dropping my flail, and I'm gonna attempt to just pry all that shit off.
Alright, give me an athletics. And with that,
Does my burning my little firebolt help him at all?
oh yeah, it helped. And with that, like, you pull him out. I'm gonna go ahead and move you up a little space. Just kind of. You guys managed to pull him. And then you are no longer within the web. Yeah, and your fire did manage to burn off a little bit of the webbing. However, the combined effort of Bridget and Marcus manages to pull him completely out of it. So, yeah, go team. Tazir, you are free.
He turns around and he's like, "Oh, thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Now let's kill a spider." And he's gonna reach down to the ground and touch his shadow as it stretches out to try to grasp the attack. Oh, that's a horrible.
Yeah, your shadows kind of go a little stray. Alright.
Just misjudged the angle. I meant to do that.
It looked really cool anyway.
Anything else for your turn, or is that it?
No, that's it.
Alright, so. Bar, there is something over your head. As this
Oh,
spider
crap.
comes out of the ethereal. It leaps down to try to bite at you. What's your AC?
14.
See, this is not good, multi. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
14.
Alright, so yeah, you see it come down and try to snap at you, and you manage to jump out of the way just in time. And it hisses as you do that. So as a bonus action, it uses its ethereal jaunt to go back into the ethereal plane to where you can't see it.
Wouldn't it have used that to come out of the plane above him? I hate to argue action
No,
economy
you
there,
know,
but if you're just
here-
gonna
here's
have
a-
it snipe at people,
Well, here's what's going to happen. Like, it came out beforehand as the turns were being planted, and he was kind of in stealth at the time. The perception check succeeded on getting the other cap, but the phase spider was still a little ways
That
out.
was a natural 20, though.
You did not see the phase spider. I'm sorry.
Because
All
they're
right,
in
no,
like
he's
another
there, he's
dimension.
there,
It's
he's
not
there.
just.
Yeah, he's there then. I'm not going to move him. He's fine.
Oh.
Let's see here. Just keep trying to figure out something else, but I thought there was more to this damn thing, but nope, there isn't. Alright. Justin DeNico, you're up.
So this spider is he's not there anymore.
No, he's there. I haven't been able. He used his bonus action to come out of it, so that was fair assessment.
Okay. I am going to move up. About right here. And actually, just let me- and I'm gonna cast Burning Hands on it. So it needs to make a Dexterity saving throw.
It succeeds. Still takes half damage though, right? Or does it do damage if it misses?
It
damage, yeah.
takes yeah, it takes half damage.
So
So 3 damage. Wow.
yeah,
that's
he skittered away from you, but he still got singed by it. I think this was actually the interesting one. That's where it was. All right.
And that will be my turn.
All right. The other cap that's being mauled by the lion, he spends half his movement to stand up, and he will make 2 attacks against you.
Is this at Gideon or the lion?
This is on the line.
Okay,
The
the
first
claw
one
hits.
missed, so its bite missed, but the claws attack for 9 slashing damage on your lion form. Whew. So yeah, it comes trying to bite at you, and then all of a sudden tries to slash at you. Misses with the bite. The claws kind of slash up against the side of your lion form, but you know you're tough. You're built for tough. Bar, you are up. Bar, are you muted?
Yeah, I will, in one motion, slash and roll away while trying to get away from the spider.
So we're going to use the bonus action to disengage.
Yeah.
So make your attack. That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage with your sneak attack. And then where do you want to move? Alright, Fernberg, you're up.
Alright, so since I've got Gideon near this Ettercap, I'm going to take advantage of pack tactics, which gives me advantage.
Go right ahead.
I'm just going to try and bite in this exact same spot I got last time, like a true line, and try and take this guy up through its neck.
Go ahead and make your attack.
And I missed completely.
Yep, you bite wild and it kind of gets away, so it's almost like an awkward kiss between you two as you're both missing your bites.
Trying to think if I should bonus action. No, I'll be okay. I'll end my turn on that.
Alright, Gideon, what would you like to do?
Are we using flanking?
Yeah, you get advantage on this roll.
Alright, then I will not use reckless attack because, you know,
Go ahead and make your attack though.
no longer raging, which sucks a little bit.
Why aren't you raging? You still swung.
Last turn I had used the dash action and then no one hit me.
That is true. I see why you were trying to get his attention now. Yep. So you're out of rage.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, but it happens. Another minimum damage. Fuck me.
Yeah, you're not killing him fast enough. Alright. Bridget, unless you wanted to move or anything.
I'm gonna just into Nico time is in danger, and I'm gonna run up to the face spider, and I'm going to just take a swing at it.
Alright, go right ahead. Make your attack. Jeez. It hisses at you as you swing your sickle into it, stabbing into the
Yeah,
carcass.
hit me instead.
Oh, anything else for your turn?
Oh no, that's it.
Alright, with that, it is Marcus' turn.
muted, Paul.
Yeah, please.
Alright, I pick up my file from the ground with my free object interaction. And I just run up here next to the phase spider.
Alright.
And I'm going to just do a like spin and then spin my flail into the side of its head.
Alright, go ahead.
Actually, I'm gonna bring it into one of its legs to try like just unbalance it a bit.
Alright, go ahead and
Alright,
make
that's
your damage.
Alright.
Is it just me, or is your little gift there nailing that guy in the nads?
Yeah, it's smacking him in the balls and like the stomach.
Alright, so you bring your flail down and it kind of balances off to the right and then off to the left as you kind of get the full impact of your flail on it. Anything else for your turn?
That's it.
Tazir, what would you like to do?
Tazir holds up his hand towards the phase spider, his palm facing it, and then the area goes dark again for a second. But when the light comes back in front of his palm, is a ball of pure smoky shadow. And he holds on to his wrist and fires it off at the phase spider. I'm guessing a 12 misses.
Yep, 12 misses.
Just careens off into the distance.
Alright, with that, Bridget, it will make a bite attack against you.
I got my shield up.
Good for you.
Yeah, block that shit,
You
Bridget.
block the bite, and then with its bonus action, it jaunts into the ethereal plane.
Howard!
I look like over my shield and I'm like, oh, where did it go?
Yeah, it basically just snapped at your shield, and then all of a sudden it disappeared after it realized it couldn't get any more hits on you. Fading into the ethereal plane and then just out of sight. Justin, what would you like to do?
Let's see. I am gonna hold my action, and wait to release a magic missile at him when he appears. And I
Alright.
think that'll be all.
Alright. Keeping the attack on the line, the other cap decides to keep trying to give you a kiss. Bite attack on line. Dang, why is it rolling so low? Claws? 17's a
No!
slash!
That's just 9 damage.
Yeah,
right?
just a 9. And
I'm
you
real
guys got it pincered, so it doesn't want to move. So, Bar, you're up.
I will run south and put my back against the water after seeing the face spider phased out.
Alright, go ahead and move. Anything else for your turn?
No.
You know, since you're a rogue, I figure I'd remind you, you can bonus action hide now.
Yeah, I can, but I mean, there's nothing right there to hide. There's that small rock right there, but I doubt that I would fit behind it.
Well, this isn't the actual geography, but alright, whatever. Hornberg, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action with Combat Wild Shape and expend a spell slot to gain 1d each hit points back.
Alright, so now you're
And
back
I'm
in
going
your-
to use. Thinking.
So you dropped your shape, right?
No, it's a bonus action.
You dropped it, though, that's what
Sorry.
I was.
No, I think I stay in my shape. I don't think I. Yeah, I stay in my shape.
He's using a bonus action ability to heal his wild shape form,
Oh, okay,
not to
cool.
change something.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
So 1d8. Oh,
Good
thanks.
job. So, what would you like to do with that action?
Let me just add my health in case I die. I'm gonna bite this motherfucker. I want this guy dead.
Alright, let's roll some
And-
attack.
I'm gonna go for the leg this time.
Oh, good. Bite on the leg.
Nice.
Let's see some damage. So yeah, you managed to bite it on the leg and try to gnaw it down, trying to knock it over, but it's still standing strong and it kind of tries to push you off. It takes the 7 piercing damage. Anything else on your turn?
Now I'm gonna end my turn and count on Gideon to finish it.
Alright, Gideon, you are up.
Seeing as there's not a whole lot else to do, let's go ahead and take that swing. Don't think that's gonna make it, is it?
Sorry. Don't think so, no. Yeah, that's with advantage too, wasn't it? Yeah, you were close, but you swung wide on it, and it just kind of clips near to its chin, and it just kind of scrapes across and misses it completely after that. Bridget, it is your go.
Marcus, protect Justin Danico time. He's really tiny, and I'm gonna run over to Fernberg and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds. I'm gonna like just slap my hands onto his rump.
Yeah.
That's an actual heal there.
And that's my turn.
Alright. Marcus, you are up. What would you like to do?
Alright, so I just step into the water here for a minute. And I draw in the H2O around me and just cast Armor of Agathis. So it kind of just crawls up from the little river, just and hardens over me. Yeah, and then I just head back in front of Justin. I'm
Alright.
swinging my flail around too. Oh yeah. So basically, as well, my frost armor is like got that kind of just like steaming, I suppose.
Nice Akanu gift. Very nice.
Alright, Tazir, you're up.
Zero is looking around wildly for the phase spider. When he doesn't see it anyways, like, he reaches down and touches his shadow again for the Etacap.
I'm interested.
It's a hit. 6. It's looking pretty bad. He's not doing too well there, but you chill touch reaches over there and starts slapping him around with all this chill touch magic. And it's looking rough.
And then I start backing away from where I saw the phase spider disappear from. And that's it for me.
Alright, Justin, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna hold my action again. Magic missile. And just wait till it appears.
Okay. Who did all the damage last?
I dare say the lion is doing the lion's share of work. Unfortunately, I can't do
Pretty
shit.
much.
You're mesmerized by the giant kitty, Gideon. It's okay.
Bite on the line. And here's the claw.
That's a hit.
Need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Alright, you are now poisoned for 1 minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. This means you will be at disadvantage in all your attacks.
Okay. And I take 8 damage, don't I, from the...
Yep, you take 8
Cool.
plus 5. Yep.
Y plus 5, did it get
Or,
a crit? Oh, the poison damage.
yeah, the poison. So yeah, the Ettercat managed to bite into you and suck some poison into you, but as it tries to draw the claw into you, you manage to pull it away and move it away from you. So yeah, let's see what we got going on here. Bar, you were up.
Now that I know the geography isn't the same as that, is there any trees nearby me that I can get behind?
You could probably get behind that rock over there by Tazir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will go get behind the rock and attempt to hide from the face rider.
Alright, go ahead and move and roll me a stealth check. Alright. Birdberg, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to phase out of lion form so I don't die. I still remain poisoned though, so you can poison
gonna say,
Fernberg.
you
Oh,
could-
do I still? Yeah, I do remain poisoned.
Yeah, but I was
Um,
gonna say, you could have stayed in lion form, and if you hit 0, you go back to your full health in human form.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, that's how it works, Andy. So it's like you'll be at full health as Fernberg when you get knocked out of.
Oh, is that how it
Yeah.
works? I thought if you got knocked
Yeah,
out in lion form, you get knocked out in normal form.
No, it's like really strong. It's really good.
Yeah,
It'd be a
I'm
bit
gonna
like
stay in it
gimped
then.
otherwise.
yeah,
It's just
that's-
massive pools of temp HP is all you
yep,
can look at it
that's
as.
about it.
First time.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I guess I'll just bite at this dude. Or should I? Oh, I'm gonna bite at him with disadvantage.
You have average because pack tactics.
Yeah, it'd be a straight roll
Oh,
at that
true.
point. Yeah. There's 13 hit. Oh, I do believe that is a hit. Go ahead and roll me some damage. Yeah, with that, the lion manages to finish the job and kill the
Oh,
other
can I
cat.
pick it up with my jaw and just like crush down as hard as possible, please?
Absolutely.
Just crushing its skull.
You wrap that maul right around this spiderling's head, and then it just cracks into it, and all kinds of goo and spew and all this jibber jabber comes out of your mouth, spewing out with all the webbing and possible poison. Need you to make another Constitution check. And with that, you are now no longer poisoned.
Fernberg, that's so gross.
Yep, this pool of poison and spider webbing is spilling out of his lips. Alright, Gideon, you're up. The phase spider hasn't revealed itself.
I'm going to attempt to pet the kitty.
Go ahead.
Allowed.
It is allowed. You may pet the kitty.
Yes.
Alright,
Gideon is the happiest midget ever right now.
there you go. Bridget, you're up.
Fernberg, you are amazing, and I'm going to look around for the face spider, hold up one of my hands with my sickle, and charge up a guiding bolt as a prepared action for
Alright,
when it appears.
alright. Marcus. You are muted.
Always muted.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start kind of smacking my shield, like tapping it with my flail. So
Mhm.
when it appears, hopefully I can try bait it out.
Make me a persuasion check.
Persuasion, alright.
Yeah, you're trying to persuade it to come out of hiding. Alright. Note it. Tazir, what would you like to do?
Tazir is going to run up to here. just trying to get as close to Marcus as possible, and then he's going to reach down and prepare to touch his shadow to cast Chill Touch in case the spider reappears.
Alright.
And
Alright.
that's it.
Alright, chat. Let's see what we're going to do here. First, we need to check something. Oh wait, why I don't have to do that. Spider senses are tingly. So with that, the ethereal energy starts to ignite as the phase spider appears next to Bar. Seeing him finally alone as he was trying to get somebody singled out, he goes for the bite attack as he appears. 14 hit.
14 AC.
Need you to make a Constitution saving throw, sir. Okay, so you save on the poison. Let's see here.
Do I still take the initial poison?
So you take 10 and 8. So 18 damage. 10 from the piercing and 8 from the poison. You managed to save. So you're not poisoned. If the poison, let's see. As it says, if the poison damage reduces the target to 0. Okay, so yeah, it made its appearance. So whoever had a held action can go ahead and make an attack. One attack, but it got a good bite.
1, 2, 3.
And I fall down.
Wait, are you dead? Oh
Yeah.
no.
Justin had a magic missile save too, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he cast it. My mistake.
So yeah, all these attacks came out of nowhere, and slam, slam, slam! The phase spider falls over dead. And so did Bar.
Oh no, Bar!
Oh wait, so if you went to 0, if the poison damage
Yeah,
reduces the target to
should be
0, the
stable.
target is stable but poisoned for 1 hour. Alright, so he's poisoned. Alright,
So I'm paralyzed for an hour.
not paralyzed, you're poisoned. Oh wait. Getting
I thought it was
and
paralyzed
he's
with phase
while
spiders.
poisoned in this way. Okay, yeah, I didn't read it all the way, I'm sorry. So yeah. You are now out of initiative, everybody, so feel free to do what you need to do.
I don't really understand what happened to Bar in character, so I try and cast Spare the Dying. I'm like, Raven Queen, take mercy on his heart, and I give it
Well,
a try.
that will definitely stabilize him to 0 HP. Or 1. You'll be at 1, but right now you are paralyzed.
And then I run up to him as well, as far as and kneel by him.
Well, he is stable, so Spare the Dying didn't stabilize him. It says he's stable, but he is poisoned for the hour, so yeah,
Yeah.
he's paralyzed. Alright, yeah. So yeah, you did Spare the Dying, hoping to save him from death, and then you just kind of notice he's kind of stuck there, just unable to move, kind of stiff. Almost makes you think rigor mortis is already setting in.
Oh, it really freaks me out then.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast a medicine check. I
Go right
I
ahead.
like put my hands on him and like I'm feeling his like pulse and whatnot, like kind of desperately. And
You
to do
get
a
the feel of
medicine
it, you
check.
look at the bite mark that he just got, you see the poison is still kind of dripping out of him, and you're kind of led to believe that the poison is causing him to be in a paralytic state at the moment.
Can I suck it out of him?
I think he's in a paralytic state.
I can't believe I'm saying that. Can I suck the poison out?
You can do anything you want.
Are you saying that out loud, or are you just going to do
No,
it?
that's what I'm planning to do. I'm gonna try to suck the poison out.
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
You know,
Let's
I
see
would.
this.
Okay, now those who know about this could inform him that that probably wouldn't be a good idea, but he doesn't
That
know.
probably wouldn't be a good idea.
But how fix?
No, no, no. I think that would just make you sick as well, and then we'll have to, carry 2 people.
We have to carry him?
I think so.
I mean, I'll carry him. If I can't, God, that was probably the most awkward thing I've had to say this campaign thus far.
Yeah. So you have a couple giant spiders, a Ettercap corpse, and the phase spider corpse. What would your party like to do overall to see about getting back to town?
Well, first, I would like to see if I can harvest any of the, I don't know, maybe some of the poison fangs, or
Take the
just
take the fangs.
more of the lethal parts of the spiders.
I need a survival check.
I want to take a fang as a trophy.
Survival checks.
To zero to the lion phone, we're gonna say.
Does anyone want to help me with this?
Can you?
I mean, if we're not going
turn
anywhere, I don't
into
need to carry him
spiders
yet,
too?
so I'll help.
Alright, so Gideon's gonna help you, so go ahead and make yours with advantage.
That's survival, correct?
Yes.
Wow, nice.
Alright, so let's see here. We got. You managed to take 2 giant spider poison sacs, 2 mandibles from a poison spider, and the phase spider poison sac. And then who else wanted to roll survival?
I mean,
Just gonna
if we're not...
attempt to take a fang. That's all.
Yeah, I need you to make a survival.
Yeah.
I gotta save the corpse
Oh,
for you.
a
just
whopping
now.
10.
You try to get the fang out of the giant spider that was left behind. However, it kind of breaks in your hand, and it's a very small fang.
Okay.
So very small, giant spider fang. Very
So
small.
I'm gonna try something for levity here. Have you seen Bug's Life?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
I have.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a scene in the Bug's Life where they have someone's like antenna or something, and they're pulling the tendon and it's twitching around.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Can I do that with like one of their smaller, like front pincers that aren't fangs, like the little grippy ones they have in the very front?
You can certainly try.
Do a roll survival to see if I can't pull it off without ripping the tendons free.
So you're trying to make them jitter around by moving their antennas? Is that what I'm getting?
I want to pull it off and then pull at the tendon like some kind of string puppet to make it twitch around and move.
This is so stupid.
I'm gonna say no. I mean,
No?
you can go through the actions and do the motions, but you're just gonna be stringing around there with this dead corpse, not doing anything else.
Never mind.
I know, I'm no
Well,
fun. Sorry.
When spiders die, the pressure and everything within their limbs like seeps up. That's why it curls up. So it wouldn't even jiggle. Their limbs are like useless. They completely lose function.
Alright, so right now we have Fenberg still in line form.
No, just phase out.
Alright, so you're back in normal form. Alright.
And I start dragging this disgusting creature with no head towards one of the spiders.
I look up at Fernberg. I'm not willing to leave my patient, but I look up at Fernberg, just filled with pride for my friend.
Is he dead?
He's not dead, Fernberg.
Okay. Who's carrying him?
I will.
Is
Fine.
that
Well,
okay?
Unless
You're
you guys
both
want
kind
to take
of
a short
small.
rest, I'm sure it'll clear up in the time and we can settle with any mending we need to.
Yeah, I think this poison will wear off with time. We just have to take care of him. So whatever you guys want to do.
I mean,
So,
I just
Are
dragged
these
a
two-
panther back to town. I'm pretty sure I can drag this little guy back to town.
Yeah, but you're both. Yeah, I just worry because you're both kind of small.
But arm wrestling, I'm strong.
That's true. You are very strong.
what type of spiders are the two? Are they just giant spiders?
Yeah, they're just.
But you
giant
know, you
spiders.
need to think about your back. It can do long-term damage.
Back is
Even
strong
if-
too. All
Oh.
of Gideon's strong.
Wow, you're very strong, Gideon.
I can't keep composure.
So what's
Oh.
what's the consensus? Do we want to stay here and wait an hour for him to get back to life, or do you want to drag him back to town? Either way, I mean,
I was gonna truss him up like a backpack.
I vote for going back to town, but we can. Yeah, we could leave it up to consensus.
I bring
We
the
have one of the fangs, don't we? Of the phase spider.
Yes.
Who has that?
Gideon helped. Justin. Justin.
I
helped?
have mandibles.
Yeah.
Okay,
Justin
good.
has it. Yeah.
Hey,
I want to
I
pull
have
out
a-
my dagger, and I want to cut off the fangs of each of the giant spiders.
They've already been defanged.
The giant spiders?
Yeah, yeah, that was the survival check. I've already.
I
Gave
thought they
them-
only did the phase spider.
Well, no, they did. General. Like I saved a
Oh,
spider
okay.
for one guy who wanted a trophy, but he messed that one up.
You
Okay,
think that
well, I'll
was
just pick
Andy?
up the.
I mean, if we're
Marcus,
looking
what
for
is-
proof of mission completion, I'd say, like cut the hands off the Ettercap or something.
Oh, I was just gonna take the corpse back.
Oh, the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll carry it.
Aren't they like really big?
No, they're medium size. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
little
really? They're
fellas.
teeny.
I mean, they're still probably taller than I am.
Uh,
No, you should not be making death saves because it already stabilized you. The poison itself put you in stasis. Like it was.
Yeah.
If the phase spider would have got its way, basically it wanted to keep you alive long enough to eat you alive.
Okay.
So,
And then
Um,
even if it did actually like put you into making death saves, I cast Better Dying on you, so you
Yeah.
were like double okay. We've got your back bar.
I look at Tazir as well. I heard what you said, Tazir, and I can now. And I
Could
start like,
you, could you not, please?
what? You don't want me to?
No, no, thank you.
I've got a real big grin on my face, real big cheeky dwarf grin, and I just start trekking forward with the Ettercap corpse.
How do you feel, Fernberg? What was it like being a lion?
Was it fuzzy?
I don't know. Never felt so important. Never felt so strong. Feel good. I feel happy.
I'm gonna cry.
Again.
So at this
Thank
point
you.
here, are we all fixing to head back to town then? That's the consensus?
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
So, taking you about maybe the better part of an hour to get back to town. It gets to be about 8 in the evening. The Adventure Guild is still open, so you could go in there and turn in your quest.
Absolutely.
As you walk in, definitely a lighter crowd. Not many people here. But you do kind of notice that the tavern across the street where the inn is kind of jumping. Looks like there's a little bit of more lively activity across the street from here. However, there's still a night crew here who is ready to collect trophies and turn in whatever quest requests you have done.
Justin, I believe you're the man for this.
Oh yes. Let me get that sheet out. Let's see. I'll go see the clerk.
You take your sheet
for all
to the
this.
clerk, and you present the face spider mandible. Or do you?
Yes, I do.
Alright, so yeah, she notices the sheet and takes the phase spider mandible and looks it over. Oh, so you guys cleared that up for us, did you? And you
Yeah, it was moving faster than I thought.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, you hear the jingle of coins and 100 gold counted into a bag and handed off to you, and she gives the mandible back. Congratulations, good job, guys. And the quest gets marked cleared on your little board there. If you guys are looking for some more work, maybe come by tomorrow and see the headmaster. Maybe he can get you granted access upstairs.
Oh,
Well, do.
I,
Well, thank you.
Have a good night.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Excuse me. What do I do with this? And I like jiggle the headless Eder cap around on my shoulder.
oh dear. Maybe you should take that out and burn it?
You don't want it?
Well, we didn't ask for it.
You don't got a research team or something?
No, I'm afraid not. I'll let you
Fucking-
make a persuasion check if you want to talk her into taking it.
Just
not my-
placed an Ettercap Corcus on the floor one.
Not my forte, but I'm just gonna say, look, lady, do you want it or not? And I'll roll persuasion.
Alright.
And,
No.
yeah.
No, go ahead and take that outside. Burn it. Do something else. That thing's spider-like. I don't like it. Don't like it.
I just walk outside.
I'll
and put
help
it
you
next
with
to
it,
the door.
Fernbeg.
Did you leave it behind or?
No, I'm going to pick it up and take it outside after he puts it down. I'm like, let's go take care of this, Fernbeg.
Alright, I'll follow Bridget.
Alright, so you guys follow out. At this point now, you guys are kind of left to do your own thing. Now, the thing about the guild is, it does not have rooms. It just has the tavern atmosphere. So if you wanted to look for lodging, you would have to check in with the inn across the street.
I'm going to find like somewhere to like just like chuck it like behind some bushes or somewhere like in a ditch.
Yeah,
With
easily enough
Fernbeg.
to do.
And as we're doing that, I want to talk to Fernbeg, and I'm
Alright,
going to
before
say,
you do that, let me offer you some choice locations. There's this brewery that has this vineyard. You could probably chuck it over the fence or something. There's an alleyway next to Spriggett's General Mill. You could probably just kick it down there and nobody would be any wiser. Or you could throw it around the alleyway near where the inn and tavern is, or maybe even in the carriage house. So, any of those places.
I'll go
Can
next to the mill where it's least likely to be found.
The brewery.
Can I offer to take it down the alley?
Which alley did you want to go through?
The like
The general
the
store
one where
alley
no
or the
yeah
inn?
the one that no one will like care about.
Alright, well, yeah, you can go.
Because
So,
you would go
Well,
behind them.
ask her if you could do it. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Dwarves, if you wouldn't mind, I can dispose of the corpse. Wouldn't want you little beautiful creatures to sell your clothing.
Oh, that's really nice of you, Marcus. I
Wait, no,
I
it's
do have to
not.
take
Hold on,
care of
Bridget.
these specimens.
Hold on, Bridget.
Huh?
What do you mean? What do you mean, Marcus?
I'm looking him in the eye as I reach forward and grab the corpse by its leg and attempt to drag it away.
Guys, can we like not like let's ease off all the tension, okay? We don't need any of that. I'm trying to push them away from each other.
Yeah, so
I
you-
grab the other leg.
Can I
Uh-oh.
hear this fight going on? This.
Oh, you're right there. You're all
discourse?
together. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh my.
Do we
Why the
fight?
interest,
Do we fight
Marcus?
now?
Sorry,
I'm going
Why
to
the interest?
I'm just trying to help team as best I can.
You don't think we can handle it?
I saw you decapitate the beast, my friend. I'm fully aware of your capabilities. I'm just offering to dispose of it for you now. Would you please let me?
Listen, Elf. I'm not into the condescending shit. I start speaking Elvish to him now. Insult me. I'm gonna gut you. I'll do it in front of everyone.
I put my hand on my on my
I
hilt.
don't know.
Listen,
I don't know what Fernberg is saying, but I see you do that, and I just I'm like I immediately cast guidance on Fernberg to help him out. because I don't understand these like threatening you. So I
Understanding
don't
what
speak
you say,
Elvish.
I put my hand on your arm, Fernberg, and you can
I am
feel that
holding you.
my hand is cold, like no warmth whatsoever. And in Elvish, I say, please don't do that. That wouldn't be very nice, and we shouldn't fight each other.
I'm not going to be intimidated by you.
By the way, Bart,
I'd have
you're
your-
awake.
corpse.
I'd have your head, dwarf, if it stood a little higher from the ground.
Time to interject some constructive Gideonism. I'm bashing this spider thing into pulp.
And
Ah!
11 damage to the spider or Ettercat corpse. Let's go.
I'm
About
going to pull Gideon away again.
About 5 guards start walking down the street and they notice this little commotion going on. Spears drawn and shields out. They're kind of looking over at you guys, and one of the guys who seems to be heading the patrol go, "Is there any problems here? Do we have trouble?"
There's no trouble. There's no trouble, you guys. There's no trouble.
Smashing spider thing.
I will stay away from the guards.
Wow, you vanish.
I'm in the guild currently. 1 county in the Golden, 2 working on transcribing my scroll into my book.
So yeah, the guards are like gathering around you guys. Look, you guys are making up a big fuss and storm. We can hear you clear down the road. So
Oh.
Oh?
We'll clear out. We'll clear out. Fernberg and I will clear out. And so I cook my arm around Fernberg's and we walk away.
Alright, and it
Just
kind
some,
of... But
just
you,
some friendly companion banter. Sorry, my good man. And then I give a military salute, thank them for their service, and release my hand from my weapon.
very well. Get along. Don't need you loitering around here in these streets. Off with you.
Alright, my arm hooked in Fernberg's. I'm like, Fernberg, that was pretty good. We didn't get into a brawl.
Don't like that, Marcus. Don't
Why
like
not?
the other one either.
Is it out of character? Is it because I intimidated you?
Yeah, you can go with that if you want. I'll let you headcanon whenever you want.
Oh, mercy.
Why not, Fernberg?
There's no warmth to either of them, Bridget. Especially the quiet one. There's no
Well-
soul there.
A lot of people would say there's no warmth to me either. You know, because I've got all of this and because I worship the Raven Queen. I don't think that we could judge them by their appearances like that, Fernberg.
And
I
Tazir's
just remain
gonna
quiet and let it
run
guide
up.
me wherever we're going.
behind you too. Excuse me.
Hey, Tazir.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell Fernberg thanks for not attacking Marcus. Even though I know he like really wanted to.
In Elvish again, because I know Bridget doesn't speak it. I'll like turn over, like my head over my shoulder. Between you and I like you more than the other.
I
And
give you
like,
both a
keep walking
big
forward.
smile because you two are getting along. That's really nice.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Bye. And I run back to Marcus.
Are we going to stick with these guys, Fernberg? I think that you've been doing really amazing with your druid magic. Better than you've ever done before, right?
Yeah,
I feel closer to the Raven Queen too.
I feel
Sorry, nighttime is really starting to set in, and street lamps start to ignite through magical means as an illumination starts to sprawl across the main street that runs through the city.
we can stay safe with them.
We're still going to do my quest, but we can do this as well in the meantime.
I think we need to find somewhere to sleep in the meantime.
Yeah.
Let me get a
I guess so.
party all-around perception.
We're all in
Even
different
though I'm in
places,
the,
right? So we're out in
I'm
this.
in the guild.
Yeah, I'm
We're kind of away
I'm
from
keeping
it.
that in mind.
Alright.
So it definitely makes sense for certain people rolling low. Seriously? Alright, Gideon. Dang, after seeing all those poor rows, even I forgot what you were supposed to see.
Hey, you've already put the keys in the ignition. Where's this car going?
Alright. You noticed this that gnome wizard from earlier in the day just kind of walking down the
The
street?
one that I sniffed, or the one from the guild?
He was at the guild. You didn't sniff him. He's got the
That's
gemstones
a
and
perfect
everything.
opportunity.
Yep, that's your perfect opportunity. He's marching towards the tavern. It seems to be like the center location where most people are heading right now.
Yeah, I'll start following.
Yeah, as you you walk into the Stray Wolf Inn as he kind of walks up to the barkeep, orders himself an ale.
Did no one see me walk off?
I don't know, did they?
Can I roll a perception for that, or?
Well, you would probably keep track of him, but if you think you need to perceive that he left the party.
I would
Let me-
kind of
how
follow
about- how
Gideon
about-
to see how much trouble he's going to get into.
You didn't. Okay. Well, you actually rolled 15 on your perception. You probably did notice him. With the gnome that walked off to the tavern. By the way, do you guys want to take a quick little break here?
Yeah, 15 minutes doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, I
10
wouldn't
minutes,
mind
something
it.
like that. Just get
5,
up.
10
stretch the
minutes.
leg.
Give everybody a chance to interact a little bit with the bathroom facilities and drinks, and then maybe we'll do another hour and then call it.
Now, is that a bonus action or a full action to interact with the bathroom facility?
It's a delayed action. So yeah, go ahead and take a break, guys. We'll come back in about 5-10 minutes, and just want to thank everybody in Twitch chat for dropping by and visiting us on this little stream here, where we display a nice little story. Hope you're finding it up to par. So yeah, I will be back as well. So
Yep.
So I'll take
I'm
a
gonna
little
make
break.
soup.
Yep. So enjoy the little sounds from roll 20 as I will be back shortly, guys. Go ahead and enjoy the music. Feel free to talk for a little bit, and I'll be back.
I'm gonna go buy chips. Maybe 15 minutes, right?
I think you said 5 to 10, but yeah.
5 to 10's not long enough for chips.
You don't
Now,
know
you
that
say
unless
chips
you
is
try.
you say chips is fried potato pieces, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to adjust to not using Americanisms when you guys, refer to things like that.
You should definitely feel free to use as many Americanisms as you want. We have no difficulty in deciphering them.
It's you guys that give me some trouble.
Oh, sorry.
Because don't you call buses like Arvos or something?
No, buses are buses.
Arvos?
What the fuck's an
What is
Arvo
that?
then?
Arvo means afternoon.
My
Like, I'll
other
see you in the Arvo.
Bro.
I've got a friend that might just fucking with me then.
Bro, that's a little
Oh,
how you going to
probably.
think that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably
bad, yeah.
Australians kind of do that with Americans a bit.
Like, I didn't grow up there. I don't know, the odd
Yeah.
dialectical slang words. Like,
Yeah, it's not fair. We will never do that to you, probably.
I'm trying to make an effort, at least so I can
Yeah.
not get lost as last year's Easter eggs.
The only thing about Australia you ever need to worry about is drop bears. Literally everything else is fine.
Oh, fuck off with your drop bears. There's no small bears that are rabid trying to kill you.
Yeah, where's your proof of that? Have you seen what I've seen, dude?
Well, considering I live in
real.
fucking Indiana where we grow corn and meth, that's about it.
Are we on a break or?
Yeah,
We're in
this
a
is
break.
break time. No, we're just completely derailing poor Starwind's stream and make, PG-13 to R, depending on how he wants to rate language.
I heard that.
Yeah, there's like my mom's partner's American, He's from Florida. And
You know about the Florida man thing, right?
no.
I want you to do me a quick favor. Open up Google or something, and just Google Florida man news headline.
Oh dear
The
Lord.
weird. Oh my God, it's fantastic. Guys in Florida are probably the craziest people you'll ever see in the news.
Florida man has sex with pit bull in his yard as neighbors beg him to stop. What the fuck is this?
That Florida
There's
man
also, I
gets
think,
in
a
all
Florida.
kinds of trouble.
Now there are other headlines like there was a Florida man who was tripping out on bath salts or something that killed another guy and ate his face in front of the cops.
Yeah, that was the guy in PCP. We heard about that.
Then there's another one, like Florida man wrestles alligator and dies. The Florida man news headlines, great. It's almost as good as Irish people's Twitters.
Yeah, but it's not really. I don't think the slang's a problem. It's just like we refer to, like, what do you call the back of a car, like where you open the hatch and you put stuff in it? What do you call that?
I mean, usually we just call it the trunk.
Yeah, that's the boot for us. We call it a boot.
I mean, I've heard boot used before, though.
Trying to think what else was really common. Bottle-o, servo.
I mean, okay, if you say servo to me, I'm thinking of a limited range motion, like engine that only rotates like 90 or 180 degrees.
No, I mean service station. Like petrol station, gas station.
Yeah, I hear you.
You go to the servo to get a paddle pop. You know what is paddle pop in America?
Or a meat pie.
You know what a meat pie.
Or a Golden Gay time.
Golden Gay Time's ice cream, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, I know that one because I've seen that one thrown around just for shits and gigs.
They're actually so fucking delicious though.
They're really good.
The most awkward thing I'm probably gonna end up saying on stream. I wouldn't mind trying a Golden Gay Time. For
We're
anyone
all
that's not
about Golden Gay
Australian,
times.
for anyone that's not Australian, they're gonna be like, this guy is gonna suck the venom out of someone else, and now he wants a Golden Gay Time. We better watch him.
So, quick question: who's all missing?
Well, if they're missing, they wouldn't be here to reply, would they?
Well, that's why I'm asking.
I'm gonna go get a coffee because I've been here talking instead of getting a drink like I'm
All right, go ahead. Trying to get a beat on who's all here and if we can rev it up again. Thanks again for everybody who is tuning in. Small crowd, but hey, gotta start somewhere, right? I think we had somebody asking about tips for druids. Don't play.
I'm not.
No.
I'm not an expert on that. If it's barbarians, I can give you advice, but that's about it.
Yeah. I'll tell you one tip: don't beat Keela. God, I could not stand watching her play a druid.
My man! My man!
No joke, right? I mean,
No, we're gonna start this.
yeah, well, you know.
You have barbarian tips. What do you think about this halfling barbarian?
You go light. You dash a fuckload though.
I mean, I've got a 25-foot movement, and the
Right,
combat has
right.
been distant.
I think when you get a little higher in level, you get more movement speed with your rage, don't you?
If I'm in my lion form, can Gideon mount me? No homo, by the way. And
Golden Gay Times to mounting lions. We're just cutting it up.
Yeah. Because
if I charge into battle with Gideon on top of me, no homo again, Gideon.
oh no.
He's gonna.
This is the best.
So basically, our druid's going to become the charger of the group and bring everybody in with bow and arrow or whatever on the back.
This is the best.
You know, one thing I would probably suggest for Barbarian is probably make sure you have a ranged weapon too.
I mean, short of javelins, there's not really a whole lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much of a choice, but yeah, you need something to throw. And javelins will allow you to use that strength and your modifiers. Your advantage with rage.
It's at the 5th level when I'm not wearing heavy armor. I do get a 10-foot movement buff, but
Yeah.
that's the only move buff.
I know it won't happen in this session, but I'm thinking next week. Maybe I'll try to get you guys in a dungeon or something. But one thing we, like I've been kind of putting out there for food for thought is like, what would your group's name be? Like, how would you like your group to be known as? And I know I kind of put that towards you guys during the week. I think it's kind of important just so you can have, you know, you have an identity, for one, something to build reputation on whenever you guys get more well known, and two, for the guild's purpose, to kind of have you more represent them, and then you can kind of branch off into your own unit. Still able to get jobs there, but you can also go do your own thing wherever you feel. So, something to keep in mind.
Anyone want to name it?
You guys can work.
I mean,
I know who can't.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Paul's actually banned from naming anything, by the way.
You'll still be at the discretion of the guild leader. If he don't like your name, he'll make you go change it.
Can we name the group Screw the Guild Leader?
You can certainly try. I hope you're ready for a level 20 encounter, though.
Oh, he's real petty. He doesn't deserve the power he has.
That's right. He's
Bring
petty
it.
as
I'm
hell.
sure they can take you.
Okay, Gideon might not be the smartest guy around, but he does have a sense of self-preservation. If you get us into a situation that I know is fucked, you can expect me to just be like, nope.
You're gonna abandon your comrade.
It's not abandoning my comrades, it's saving my ass. There's a difference.
Sounds like it's the same thing in this situation.
Yeah, I agree.
It's all about perspective. And whether or not you're dead already.
Well, isn't Bar like paralyzed right now?
He
I
was.
think
You
he
guys
just
spent
became
about an hour
unparalyzed.
fighting with each other, and
I think I got unparalyzed when we got back into town.
when you got back to town, he was pretty much out of it. But like for that whole sequence there, yeah, you guys.
Yeah, that's why I kept saying I'm going to try to pull Gideon back from the fight.
Wait, did we get the gold from completing it?
Justin has it, I think, right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your quest is done. You've managed to finish off the first agenda. Now, is everybody back now?
I think Ash is still making her coffee.
Alright.
I remember someone said forever ago, someone was asking about druid tips.
Yeah, we were just talking about that a second ago. That's why I said I can't stand Keela. Don't do that nonsense. Gosh! If you got spells,
I
use
mean-
them. Don't be changing it to some stupid animal who doesn't do damage. Damn goldfish.
Hey, one of my favorite things to do with druids is find wild shapes that get bonuses with their attacks. I want to say wolves can make a trip attack. Or, you know, try to force them prone, or
Yeah, direwolves have
Well-
that pounce
what is it?
ability. Lion had a pounce ability too.
lion has pounce. Pounce is good. What was it? It was like a giant snapping turtle or something, I think.
You know, Gideon, you're here. Nobody else followed you in, did they?
You said Bar probably noticed
I
me,
did.
but I don't.
I
Yeah,
did.
So Bar's here. He could follow you in. Is anybody going to pay attention to Bar and Gideon? walking
Bar
away
had
from
a
the group?
pretty bomb-ass stealth check, so I don't think anyone saw him walk the fuck off.
Yeah, they don't even know where he is, but you were obviously leaving. Yeah, you guys kind of noticed that gnome and you followed him in.
I'm following Marcus, so it's up to him.
Whatever
first
became
of
of that
all,
Ettercap corpse, by the way?
that's what I
Like,
was about to.
Well, yeah, that's something else.
Is
we
it
can do. Well, you
is it just ditched? Yeah, I bashed it.
you
I
bashed
tried to
it.
smash
It's
it
out
up.
in the middle of the road. Somebody was gonna move it, but then
Well, I still want to move it into the alleyway.
yeah, and I think that would be possible since Bridget and Fernberg went down the street. So let's go over this alleyway. Like, where are you putting it exactly? Like, which
Somewhere not too noticeable because there's something else I need to do while I'm in here.
all right, what else you want to do?
I'm gonna pull out a dagger, and I want to carve an eye into the wall.
All right,
So that's it. So that's all I
Gotcha.
want to do.
gotcha.
As you turn around, you almost run into Zira, and he just says, why?
Just
Alright.
put a hand on the shoulder. Don't question it. Just let's move on.
Oh, okay, I guess.
As you're making the image of the eye, you can hear some noise shuffling from the back of the building. You hear a door opening. It's probably like 2 feet away from you, and then like a couple feet off to the left of that. Welcome back. And yeah, you just hear like a. You gonna stick around? Like, you're also hearing this la 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 la, and yeah, other than that, that's all you hear.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna ignore that and try to finish my little sigil I'm carving quietly as I can. Then gonna skedaddle.
You hear a kathunk, like trash being thrown into a bin, and then all of a sudden, this gnome girl pops off to the side of the alley, hearing the sounds that you've been making the etch in the eye, and she goes, "What you doing? Are you needing to buy something? I have a lot of stuff in the store real quick." Well, it's kind of late. Maybe I shouldn't do that right now. But hey, you know what? If you want, I can open it back up, and if you want to buy something, and she just goes on and on like this for a while, going over like random goods that she sells in her general shop. And then she kind of gets back to it. She's like, "Wait, what are you doing here again?" Hello?
After she monologues,
Yeah.
I kind of get down from my carving and squat down a bit. How about you take this gold, and I hold out my hand holding 5 gold pieces, and you go skedaddle back to your shop, and you don't tell anyone about this.
Well, sure, I'll take your gold. That's not a problem. And she takes your gold. But I got plenty of other stuff inside the store that needs to go. Like, would you like to buy some candles or maybe some oil lamps? Or how about some oil? You definitely look like a traveler. You could definitely use something. Maybe a 10-foot pole, maybe some rope.
I kind of just look very like, like how do I deal with this creature?
Yeah, she's
Little-
kind of
little
sprightly.
imp.
She's being very sprightly and very energetic in her tempo as she's just naming off all kinds of items inside her general shop. Oh, and I just got a fresh shipment of holy water too, if you need any of that. I mean, seriously, I have a lot of stuff in the store that needs to be sold. Definitely looking for a good sale. Do you want to buy something? I mean, I can open it up real quick. If you don't want to buy anything, then I'll just let it go. Maybe you'll come by tomorrow, right?
Should we just leave?
What about you, sir? Would you like to come in? Oh, you're right. It's late. Come by tomorrow and definitely come see me. I'll let you guys go. See you later. Bye-bye, cheap. And she kind of chimes off and walks into her shop. Here's a kathunk on her back door. Locks being locked and everything else.
The people in this town. So invasive. And then I just finish my little picture.
And yeah, there you go. You take the time to continue etching out your eye, and then I'll have you make a dexterity check to see how well it turned out. It definitely looks appealing. Good enough. Very nice. Alright, so let's get an idea of where everybody is. I know where you and you two are. Gideon and Bar, you're in the bar. The Wolfang Inn? What did I call this place? Let's see. The Stray Wolf Inn. Who's still outside? Anybody? Where's Bridget and Fernberg at?
Andy's there.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. We probably just went for like a walk around the blocks, and then we came back into the tavern.
Alright. The guild or the actual inn?
There's an actual inn, right, where I assume we've been staying.
Yeah, it'll be across the street where you're gonna have to figure out lodging. But if you two are still out traveling, I will turn my attention to Gideon and Bar. Justin, where are you at?
I was currently at the guild because I was counting the gold and transcribing the spell from the scroll to my spellbook.
Alright. Let's see here. Where shall we start? Alright, going with Bar and Gideon. You're following this gnome, Gideon. And he kind of goes up to the bar. He orders himself an ale. And he kind of looks at you as you kind of approach him. Just looking at you. Not sure what to think of you just yet as he takes a swig. Gideon, are you here? Are you muted or no?
I should have fixed it.
There you go. Welcome back.
No. I'm going to save that particular ploy for later, I think.
So
You were at the guild.
Yes, I was. Tell me, what's your name?
I'm Gideon.
Gideon is it? Well, you look like, someone who might benefit from something I might have. Tell me, have you ever crafted anything in your life?
I'm going to sheepishly look down at my loincloth and sandals.
Yes, so maybe not as good as, like, a professional sorts, but perhaps, yes, maybe I'm not, I don't know. And he kind of
Can I hear this conversation while I'm at?
Oh, yeah, you hear it. You walked in to check on him, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's like, well, not quite the craftsman, but it would be a good experiment to see if you could actually use it. Tell me, what do you think about crafting materials and turning them into things that you can use within a fly of a moment? Something made out of magic, in a sense of the word. Gideon?
I'm trying to formulate a good response. Is
Oh,
like
okay. So-
making things fun. My bag of weird collectibles. I'll pull out, funny shaped rocks and, a twig that's got like 4 forks in it.
I see. So, collector of things, which means you're good at collecting materials. If you could collect materials, you could probably use what I have to offer. So, let me see here. What you want?
I will approach and go stand beside Gideon and say, "What do you have to offer?"
Oh, hello there. Let's
This
see
friend,
here.
Bar.
Yes, Bar. Is it nice? And this is Gideon. That's Bar. Good. I got that down. Well, I was just asking your friend Gideon here. Does he like to craft anything, or has he had skills in crafting? Apparently, he's not an artisan of sorts, so he does seem like he could collect material things that could probably make something, though. What about you? Have you ever crafted anything in your life?
My trade isn't necessarily crafting.
Well, geez, I was going to see about offering you guys maybe a couple of gemstones to help you craft something. Maybe see if you can actually build something with it. I made these experimental gemstones. They're not foolproof, but they have been known to help synthesize materials. And depending upon how well you can use them, you could probably make some really good materials with this, like armors, weapons, jewelry, and potions, depending upon what kind of crafts you do. Only problem is they sometimes shatter, and then You have to start all over. And he kind of looks a little glum, a little tired and weary.
The gym shatter?
Yes, yes. It's just one of those things. Like, if you just don't get the process just right. It's simple, though. It's really simple. You just... well,
Are
I
you
can do
attempting
simple.
to sell me broken goods?
no. I'm not even selling you anything. I was offering you a chance to experiment with me. You see, I work on magical items in my own spare time, trying to improve the realm of manufacturing. Takes a big gulp of the beer. But maybe I
Adam
should
Park
just...
definitely said it was simple, though. I mean,
Oh, yeah, it's quite simple. Just have the materials and activate the crystal and concentrate on the item you want, and then it should make it. It's not foolproof, like I said. Sometimes the crystals shatter, and at which point I have to make another one and then start from the beginning. Like, whenever you start with these things, it doesn't even give you full quality. Like, it's going to be a lot of shoddy items that you would make at first, but it takes practice. But there's always that chance that the crystal will just shatter.
running around my head, I'm envisioning, little stickman style like dolls, constructy things that'll run around and fight each other, action figure type things.
Can I roll an insight check just to see if he's trying to sell us gems?
Sure, go ahead. He's selling you whatever you want. I mean, you get the idea that he's being honest, not being deceptive or anything, as far as you can tell.
Could you show us how they work?
Let me see here. Which one was I working on? What was the last one I was working on? Oh, tell you what. Let me see here. Yes. He pulls out a blue crystal, and he pulls out parchment, some ink, and sets them on the bar. Excuse me, bartender. Can I get a empty glass vial, perhaps? Some little bottle that I could use? Yeah, it'll be temporary, I promise. It just needs to contain the ink. It's kind of its own thing. And he holds up the blue crystal, and he thinks, all right, I'll make a simple light spell. How about that? And he activates it, and he will roll an Arcana check. Jesus, what's up with my caps lock? You see him try to do this, and the no, not no.
See, you were trying to give us broken goods, weren't you?
No.
I like this guy. He makes pretty pops.
Yeah, the blue crystal shard just shattered all over his parchment and ink, and it's like, no. I spent 3 months making that crystal, and I was halfway into it. Oh, I have to start all over with that one again. Yeah, this is not good. Well, I'm sorry. I can't show you. I'm sorry. I'm not attuned to the other crystals, so that would take time. Just
But are
leave
the
me.
others just
Leave me
good?
to my woes, and he just continues drinking.
I'm gonna give him a gentle hug. It's okay, you get it.
Yeah, thank you, Gideon.
What were you wanting to trade for this, Jim?
Knowledge, information, research. I just need to know. Could somebody, as simple as perhaps your friend there, could use it? But seeing as I've shattered one of my best crystals,
Well, if you're wanting to give us the gem, then I see no problem with it.
so you're willing to give me information if you find out anything? Like, I don't know the extent and limits of these crystals, but, I conjured the idea of transmutation spells in order to make the manufacturing process of materials. Oh, it's all kind of complicated, so let me not go into that too deep. Tell you what, tell me, what kind of crafts are you invested in?
At this time, I would like Justin just to walk in, just like trying to find members of the group.
Okay, yeah, Justin and anybody else who wants to, you can come into the tavern at any point. They just had this relapse of time doing all this.
So I'm going to tell him that my craft is information.
I don't have any gem that creates information. I'm talking material things, boy. Like metals. Do you work with metals? Do you want weapons and metallic armors? Do you want magic spells? Well, screw that one. I blew that crystal up. Or maybe tanning hides and creating leather materials. Stuff like that. Alchemical items and potions, or crafting jewelry and rings and circlets and such.
Could it make bags?
Well, if you use the leather one, I'm sure you can make bags, yes. Would you?
Bar, if we make bags, we can carry more.
What were you saying, Bar?
That was Glenny.
Oh,
Justin, I want Justin to walk over because you found him now.
alright. So you walk over, you see them talking to this gnome who's got these gemstones. He's got like a blue shattered dust in front of him. If you want to make a perception check to find out what else is going on in this tavern, anybody who wants to walk in can go ahead and roll perception.
Let's do it, Shaquille.
Not with that.
Yeah, man.
Once I find there we go. Woohoo!
Alright, Justin, you just see your two lads right there and like near the front because they're just right there at the bar. Easy to spot them. Anybody else coming in besides Marcus and Tassir?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, that is us.
Yeah.
It's
Are we
us.
going in
Yeah,
after?
just you guys. So yeah, I'm just asking anybody who's walking in, make a perception. You do see the gnome talking to these two, and then Justin pulling up. Searching further into the tavern, you kind of get the scene of the blue dress, shawled lady with the blindfold. She seems to be in the back area with about a few people just kind of talking to her. She's kind of holding her hand up at them and just kind of presenting like some kind of glyphs into the air, and she's just talking at them with no real purpose unless you want to find out more. What else was going on? Oh yeah, you also notice the orange-haired lady. She's sitting across the way, kind of watching that other woman, and there's that red robe individual who's just kind of sitting around with three others who are kind of garbed like him at a different table. This place.
It was the red one that I sniffed, right?
No, you sniffed somebody who was at the Arcanium. That was somebody totally different. They're not here.
I thought he was talking about a syndicate, or he was a part of it, or something like that.
No, these guys here, like, these were the two that were talking in the tavern area of the guild whenever the orange-haired lady got finished with a job. And he's just rejoining his compatriots who are dressed like him at this very end. But definitely seems like there's some kind of festive atmosphere going on around the lady in blue. And the bars, or the tavern itself, a lot of people are in here eating supper. Watches are switching out. There's like a small stage where bards could come in and perform. Other than that, there's no bard on duty at the time, but there's definitely this little festive activity going on in the back. So with that, Justin walks in with Marcus and Tazir behind. Those two see everything else. You catch your mates up there at the bar with this gnome, and the gnome's just gonna ask it, so what kind of crafts would you be interested in? Like, you're talking about bags, I can offer this. And he kind of reaches into his little pouch and he pulls out a green crystal. This here should work for tanning. I put a lot of effort into it. It'll help you skin hides and tan them and get them set up, and then with a little bit of practice and effort, you can get it to create leather materials and such, like cloaks and possibly bags, yes. Would you like to try this, Gideon?
Yes.
Well,
Like this maniacal gleam in his eye.
he kind of looks at you for a minute. He's like, well, what's the harm? And he hands you the green crystal. Here you go. And let me give you this too. And he hands you a letter that goes with it. This here will give you the basis of what I am all about, what all this is all about, what I am trying to provide. So, yes, here you go. With that, I will show this to everybody. To you, my
Sith
lucky
crystals.
patron. Sylvan Smitherson. That's his name.
Sith crystals? Like, this is a little sketchy.
And Sith. Synthesizing. So yeah, you get this letter that goes with it. And he's like, yes. And if you need to read up on him, here's this letter. Here's the crystal. Now, like I said, you have to make sure you have the materials present, but the processing should be doable by activating this crystal. Make sure you attune to it, and don't try to attune to another one, otherwise you'll lose all the progress. It's very, very auspicious to try to get this to work in a way that would be profitable, but it seems like only one attunement can, it's just all this complicated formulation stuff. I go over it more if you want, but it's just a lot of words and a lot of thinking.
Can I take the letter from Gideon and read it?
Yeah. So you take the letter, and as I showed it to everybody, right? I'll read it out to chat here. To you, my lucky patron, have I got a rewarding endeavor for you. I bestow with this synthesis crystal that are bound to certain tasks. There are those who brew potions, and others who tan hides and spells created. I have simplified the process, and all it takes for you to take advantage of this is to attune to a crystal and use it for the task. Let's see. You won't be good at first, and you might even muck up several resources, but these crystals will allow you to instantly build and create items instantly. The following crystals are included in this pack, and just a notice to you. When you pick one, stick with it. Switching crystals will remove any advancements you made to create with the previous crystals. Oh yes, I was going to offer these crystals as a whole just to have somebody else experiment with them, but I already blew the blue one up.
I would be willing to experiment with this yellow one.
The yellow one. Alchemicals. Well then, here you go, and he hands you the yellow crystal.
Am I right beside him? Like, am I?
Yeah, you
sort of
you,
like in
you
the
heard that
conversation?
part. You heard that part of the conversation as you came in.
But am I like right next to him at this point?
Yes.
No. Okay.
Yeah. So you guys noticed Justin walking up beside you. Oh, hello there.
I see the other gnome, and I get like really eccentric because seeing another gnome is like, oh, it's a fellow like gnome. And so
Yes.
I'll start speaking in gnomish. It's so great to see another gnome around here. Finally,
Yes.
someone else who knows how to tinker with stuff and know how to make things.
He turns around in
art-
the mission. He's like, very good, very good. You're creative too. It's just in our nature, is it not? Tell you what, why don't you take one of these crystals that I'm trying to get these guys to try out? I just need research. I need to know that they could work for somebody simple. You know, like this guy right here. He is so simple looking, I bet a dummy can use these. So if this dummy can use them, it'll be perfect. And he's saying this in Gnomish, so unless you hear no Gnomish, he's you just hear this rattling
I do
on.
not, which is probably a good thing.
I do not either.
Exactly.
I
That's
believe I'm
why.
the only one who knows gnome in this group.
That's why he was being a little bit rude about it. He's like, yeah. So yeah. I tell you what. He took the green one, and your other friend took the yellow one. Now, I have one that works with metals, and I have one that works with like jewelry items. Unfortunately, I blew up probably the best of them all, which is the blue one, which helps create your spells into like scrolls, which really would have been nice right about now.
What's the color of the one that forges metal? Perhaps?
Red.
Red. Okay. So I'll tell him. Ooh, I would definitely look into the one that works with metals, and I'll have mage hand and sort of put him right in front of him.
Ah, yes, very well,
Grab it.
very well. And he hands it to your mage hand. Very, very keen. Very
And I'm
keen.
gonna have my mage hand put it right in front of my face, and I'll examine it. Is there anything I can particularly make out of this? Like, can I sort of guess what, you know, the aspects of it?
You
Like,
can roll an
whether-
arcana
what
check.
crystal it is or whatever.
Let you roll an arcana. And chat's gonna kind of see my little cheat sheet that I've created, but they don't see
Here,
that.
let me check something. Let me see if I have anything that is cool. Let's see. Ooh, okay. This is really nice.
People are saying that
So
crystal
it's-
looks like a Star Wars gem. Like a laser sword. Yeah. No, don't do that.
Now that's actually a that's a 24.
Alright, well, with that arcana check, you could definitely sense the ideal of transmutation imbued in these crystals. There's a lot of several intricate spells that have been inscrolled into them, or enchanted, I should say. Very complicated magic, but you know, you kind of get the gist of where this guy was heading with it. But you definitely get the sense, like, they're fragile. Like, one serious mess up, like he just had earlier, can shatter the crystal and just ruin everything.
Okay. And I'll start talking to him again. Yeah, if it's a gnomish. This whole thing's gonna be a gnomish, by the way. Yeah, if this guy, if he's so simple, he can use it. I'm pretty sure I can use it because I love little things like this. You know,
Oh,
just
good.
making little crafts and stuff, and I'll get out my little pocket. It's a little clockwork toy. It's of a bird,
Oh, well, that's
And,
very nice, very nice.
and
Well
so
done.
I wind it up. I start winding it up, and I let it go, and it just flickers its wings.
Oh, marvelous, marvelous. Yes, that crystal there might even help you make supplies for your little trinkets.
Oh, I would love it because
Oh.
well, is there anything you're looking for in return to this? Because I'm sure I don't assume stuff like this to be free at all.
Oh, well, for now, I just need research. I just need to know that things can be done. What can you do? What can we do?
What with this particular one, with this red crystal, what resources apply to its uses?
You gotta know the base items. You gotta know what they are. And he says this all in common now, trying to get you out of Gnomish, because at this time, Gideon and Bar, you've been noticing these two trading Gnomish back and forth. And he's like, oh, well, I better talk in common so these two will understand. You must make sure that the items that you have, the materials, are exactly what you need to make the item you want it to be. For instance, if you have a bunch of iron ore, you could then envision it into an ingot, which, you know, what would you need? Well, the iron ore, maybe some fire, and then you focus, and then it should turn it into an iron ingot.
So
You are
in
very
refining the
smart.
metal, do we need to, have a hammer available?
No, all the work is done by the crystal, not by mastering artisan tools, but if you are good at artisan tools, it helps you improve your material usage, so you're more likely not to waste.
I will definitely look into using this. I will certainly be your test group for this because I love making, well, one, making intricate stuff, and two, just learning how things can be done with magic.
Well, very good, very good. If you're all in town, you can leave your findings at the guild hall. I do believe I saw you at the adventuring guild, did I not?
Oh yes, we are. We're members of that guild. We are definitely checking there every once in a while. So
Well,
you'll be sure
splendid.
to find us if you do see us there.
If your team, I'm not sure what your guys' names might be, but if your team does this for me, there might even be a reward. Well, you'll definitely be rewarded by whatever you make, I'm sure. But, yes, just need to make sure I get research, and these crystals will pay for themselves, I'm sure of it. But, like I warn your friends, if you're not focused enough, if your skills aren't keen enough, and you fail utterly, there's a high chance that the crystal might break. It is very, very fragile.
DM, outside of character, what kind of check would this use? Would it use like an Arcana check to see how well you can use it?
It depends upon what you're crafting. For instance, you would probably, if you had smithing tools, you would be able to use your smithing in order to make the checks. But as far as what comes from, whenever you use it, a lot of this stuff's going to be my end, but you're going to make a check that's related to actually manufacturing it. So whatever relates to creating the item, like if you have a poisoner's kit, you're trying to make poisons, and you got the alchemy stone, you can use that in order to make your poison instead of spending hours and hours, distilling waters and poisons and whatnot. And you're, like I said, if you were good at smithing, otherwise it'll probably be a wisdom or strength.
Okay, so depending on what you're making, it will vary on.
Yeah,
the roll.
it's gonna vary. So I will call for the check whenever you decide to make it. So you're allowed to be creative, but keep in mind the more creative it is, the higher DC is, and your crystals start like at a bottom base. You can't really do significant things with them just yet, and then you gotta like jump through a bunch of hoops and hope that the crystal never breaks.
So basically, what this sounds like to me is it's sort of like a crafting assistant,
Mm-hmm.
and after X number of crafts, it'll get better, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
at what it does. So,
It's more experienced, quote unquote.
Yeah.
so I've got the green one, so I could use it to skin an animal maybe now,
Yes.
but later on I could have it, if it's cold outside and I have, a pelt in my pack, I could have it make me a cloak to help stave off some of the cold.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's
It's just a
pretty
little
damn
fun.
sweet.
Yeah, it's a fun little thing I put together today, and figure I'd try it out, see how you guys like it. But yeah, with that, like, I don't want to take away from the other guys. I know you guys are invested in this, but Tazir and Marcus, you're inside this tavern. You see these three hammering away with this gnome who's handing them crystals. And you also see the activity going on at the back of the inn. Are you guys wanting to do anything?
I just tap Tizir on the arm subtly and kind of nod over to the woman with the blindfold and the ginger one.
Okay.
Do you suppose the story between these two is?
Not sure. Maybe she's covering her eyes because she's like me. Oh, but that would make sense. She doesn't look like me. Or maybe she doesn't have to look like. I don't know.
Are you guys gonna approach that direction, or?
I kind of look between the ginger and the eye patch woman. The ginger's kind of just staring towards her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to make an insight check, I can probably give you some more assessment to it.
Alright, I'll give it a go. I gave it a go.
You gave it a go. She definitely seems interested in that woman in one way or another.
You're staring at her. You want to go talk to her or something?
I'll talk to the redhead. You go find out what you can about the blindfold one.
Okay.
As you guys are fixing to head in your directions, did Fenberg and Bridget want to enter?
Ash has disappeared, So I think Fernberg will enter on his own.
She's still
So
AFK.
I'm happy to walk in.
Well, I
on
could
mine.
still say you guys are walking if you want. I just didn't want to skip over you guys.
It's alright, I'll walk in, and if Ash or Bridget can be NPCing with me.
Alright, yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you guys walk in, and like I said, you see 3 of your shorter compatriots talking to the gnome at the bar, and they seem to be working with some kind of crystals. Your other 2 compatriots are just kind of wandering off into the other side of the inn, and you kind of notice the same activities taking place.
I
So
want to
okay, go ahead.
kind of observe what Tizir and Marcus are doing
Alright, so you
without
kind of...
them kind of like knowing I'm here.
Alright, so you want to make a
Maybe
stealth
just
check
like
then,
a-
or...
Oh, I can if you want.
No, I mean, you're trying to not be seen, but we'll see how well that goes. Yeah, you're good. So you
Yeah,
kind of
like just like
kind of back off
yeah.
into like a dark part of the tavern, just kind of hiding out between some tables or whatnot, not being noticeable. So turning to who wanted to talk to the orange-haired lady?
Me, Marcus.
All right, Marcus. So yeah, you see her. You're approaching her. She's kind of staring over there at the other woman. She kind of turns her gaze, like looking. You know, her eyes are tilting towards your direction as she kind of notices you creeping up. Can I help you something?
I saw you from across the room and just couldn't help myself.
Hi, God.
And then I kind of. and then
Rest in peace.
Then I avert my eyes kind of sideways towards the woman with the blindfold. I've noticed you've been staring at that woman for quite some time. Any reason why you're so interested?
Not your business. Go mind your own. Well, telling you, go mind
Marcus
your own
kind of
business.
just shrugs and then like sits by the she's not by the bar, right?
No, she's sitting at a table, an empty table. You could easily
Oh.
just take a seat next to her if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Hey.
do that.
That seat's taken. Oh, pike off,
Alright.
whatever. She doesn't care anymore. But yeah, she kind of averts her gaze from you and just kind of keeps an eye on the other woman.
I will partake in that. This woman seems to draw quite the crowd.
No, she
Seems
does that.
quite mysterious, but
She does indeed, doesn't she?
what's your you have history with her, I take it?
History. Huh, yeah, you could definitely say that. Look, I don't want to talk about it with some stranger, so why don't you just go?
Stranger? Marcus extends his hand out. Marcus, but back in my glory days in the military, I was under the title of Dread Knight.
Ooh, Dread Knight, that sounds scary. Make a persuasion check. So she kind of sizes you up a little bit. Dread Knight, I'm not sure I see it, Berg.
Well, I had quite the presence on the battlefield, I assure you of that.
She's kind of pulled the chair that she was in, and she's got she's sitting backwards in it, and she's just leaning her arms over the chair and everything, just kind of ignoring you, rolling her eyes, just like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Shaquille, do I do the thing?
Go ahead and
Do I
do the
even want
thing.
to know?
So I kind of imitate her, and then I rest my legs up on like an opposing chair if there's one, and I kind of rub my nails together. I bested a dragon once, you know. have its horn right by my side. And I like hold up the dragon horn.
Oh, and where did you piece that off of?
Right on top of its head was a mighty beast, but no match for my men and I assure you that.
I'm sure you hear it a lot, but it looks kind of small. Listen, why don't you
Well,
just go away?
Gets the job done.
She's kind of waving her eyes away from you and just palming her hand up and down. At this time, however, we'll skip over to... Who's checking on the other woman?
It's a 0.
Tetsir? Yeah, you see this old lady just kind of sitting in front of her. And she kind of holds up a sigil. And this here is your future. You will live long, grandmother. It will be fine. Your grandchildren will be blessed. Oh, thank you, dear. It is such a pleasure to have you around. And she gives her a faint smile. I hope your fortune was well. And she slides a couple coins to her, and she just takes the coin and thanks her, and have a good day. And pretty much died out at about this point, as it's getting a little bit later, and she seems to be not entertaining as much, and she kind of lifts her head to the air. Oh, who else is there?
Hi there. My name is Tazir. What's yours?
Tazir. And you feel this soft breeze just kind of circling the area. I see. I am known as Ninny. I am sort of a fortune teller of sorts.
Oh. What's a fortune teller?
I read fortunes. I tell people about their past and present and future.
Okay, but how do you read their fortunes when you have that thing over your eyes?
Is that so weird? That the eyes of the seer needs to see?
Yes? No? What?
Oh, you poor thing. Would you like your fortune read?
Okay, I guess. What do I do? Do I...
Have a seat. And she points to a chair that's directly in front of her.
Okay. Relative to like where the chair is, where's the like fire in the room?
Fire? Do I want to know why you want to know where the fire is?
It's nothing. It's nothing extreme. Don't worry about it.
Alright, well, there's probably a fireplace, but it's about 20 feet away from you.
Okay. Yes, I'll take a seat. So what do I do now?
Just have a seat, child. And she kind of... There's no cards in front of her. However, she kind of places a palm on each step in front of her. Or not step, but like in front of her. She's just tapping the table. And 3 cards just kind of line up on their own. And she points at the first one. She goes, "This will represent your past. I need you to focus for a second. And let's see here.
Okay.
So, she lifts up the first card, and the image that shows as a glyph in the air is like a stranger, or strange figured man. Looks kind of shadowy with a dagger. This is an assassin. Something in your past revolves around someone being attempted upon. It may have had a fate twist in your life.
Oh, okay.
This is your present. And she kind of lifts the card. It just shows two hands put together. This represents current steady peace. Nothing tragic, nothing bad. And this represents your future. She tries to raise the card up, but it won't raise. Odd.
Does that mean I have no future?
I'm sorry, I must be suffering. I've been quite busy today. No, it doesn't mean that. It just means my sight is blinded.
Are you gonna take that thing off now then?
I'm actually blind.
Oh! Oh!
But I'm talking about my other sight. I'm sorry, I probably need to turn in. Yes, come. And she kind of points to the little boy or it's one of the innkeeper, whoever's tending to her, some servant that's tending to her, kind of comes up and helps her up and kind of guides her upstairs. I do pray that we meet again. Take care, Tazir. And
Bye, meaning...
yeah, and she kind of steps off and leaves. And turning back to the orange-haired lady, damn it, she kind of spits and scoffs, and kind of throws the chair underneath the table. Well, you're just ruining my luck, aren't you? And then she stomps away from Marcus.
Marcus kind of looks towards where the camera would be, looks directly into it and shrugs.
Tazir, when he tunes, it's like he's looking at Tazir, and Tazir is just like, he shrugs too. He doesn't know what's going on.
So yeah, you two have this information. Finberg, you would notice the orange-haired lady walking away from those guys, kind of walking up to the bar, and you guys, the three short guys, would notice her going up there, grabbing a drink, a little frustrated, a little flustered. But other than
I'm
that,
gonna remain hidden and just observe everything that happens.
alright. And I guess for the most part, the business with the gnome is kind of concluded. He finishes off his ale and... Well then, that's all my crystals. I do believe you guys have a chance of a lifetime here. Maybe you can make something unique. Something that'll be great. Oh, I get it. You're speechless. That's perfect. But don't worry about it. We'll be able to make something awesome with those crystals. Well, with that, I will bid you adieu. Just leave some research for me at the guild hall, and I'll be sure to read over it.
And who should I address the research to?
Oh, I gave my name on this letter. I am Sylvan Smithersmon.
Okay, I wasn't sure that you were the... Okay. Okay.
Sylvan Smithersmon, at your service.
Sylvan, I have a question.
Hmm?
How much, for these crystals, how much material goes into actually creating these kind of...
Well, that's all
items?
based upon your judgment. You must know the roundabout. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact, but you have to have most of the material there to make what you're trying to make.
No, what actually goes into making the crystal?
Oh, top secret. I can't share that research. Besides, it's fragile, it's sensitive.
Okay. I know that a tinker needs to keep some of his secrets.
Why, certainly. Otherwise, I wouldn't be giving these out free nilly-willy, would I?
I can see why. Thank you for your time, though, and for letting us test your equipment out.
Absolutely. I'm sure you three of you will definitely figure something out. Especially that simple, wonderful Gideon. Yes.
Well, if you need anyone, for Simpleton, I'm sure this is the guy that you need, so...
Absolutely. Well then, I shall bid you all adieu. And
I'm going to go to the bar.
Yeah, he picks up his things and he heads out and makes room for you. You're actually at the bar.
And, well, I'm going to order a drink, so...
Oh.
L.
Alright, the barkeep drops you a nail there.
Hey, DM.
Yes.
I would like. I would want to see, whether it's me being around town and possibly seeing it, or if I know of one in a different area. If there is a sort of smithing shop or leather working shop.
Well, you guys were at a leather working shop earlier.
Because well, one that would it would allow me to use tools,
Yeah, absolutely.
but I know there isn't really public. Like, it's not really a public thing to just go and use someone's
No,
smithing
no, absolutely. But if you're looking for like a smithy or a leather craft, like we haven't we haven't made anything stapled with them in this town, but they're definitely present.
Okay. I just want to know that for the future.
Yep.
I also want to ask the barkeeper, is there a library in town?
Yeah, I would say there would be. Of course,
Do you know where it is?
No, do I look like the reading type to you?
No, but I'm sure you've lived in this town long enough that you would know where one is.
I got no thing for books, but I'm sure there's a library somewhere in the north end of town somewhere.
Bar, we should go look for one.
It's getting late, you guys. Are you in need of a room or anything? Just here for drinks, or what's going on?
I'd probably like a room for the night. That would be comfortable. Been out all day.
Yes, it's quite busy around here.
What's the charges for rooms?
If it's just a single room you're looking for, it's 2 silver a night. If you wanted to get like a bigger room for your friends, maybe group up and just, it just kind of depends. I can get you a bigger room, which 3 or 4 of you could probably camp into, and be only 5 silver.
Okay, 2 of the large rooms.
Oh,
yeah,
alright,
a
that'll
gold
be a
piece.
single gold piece then. Yeah, you said 2, right?
Yes, 2 rooms.
Very well.
2 large rooms.
Oh god, I'm stuck in gnome voice, sorry. Very well, here you go. Hand you 2 keys. 201 and 202. Second floor.
Well, thank you very much.
Ah.
I'll turn to Bar. Hey, do you want to look for a library? I'd be interested before we head off for the night.
Sure, I suppose we can, figure out where it is tonight, but I doubt that they would be open.
That would be correct.
Can Bar and I go looking for one?
Yeah, you can definitely go.
Gideon, are you coming?
I'll follow them up.
Alright, so the 3 of you hustle out of the bar. Orange haired lady kind of turns to the barkeep. What's up? That was midgets. As you guys walk out. And the barkeep just kind of shrugs at her. Marcus or Tazir, anything you want to do?
Huh?
And Fernberg and Bridget, if you're back.
I don't even know where she disappeared to.
I think her internet's like fully gone.
Yeah, it must have.
Well, I would like to offer up a chance to go ahead and say we can call it here.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, been at it
Yes, let's end
for...
on splitting the party.
Yeah, you guys are doing a good job. I'll make sure to jump those guys and have that encounter. No, shit. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun. I mean, this was a good little relaxation of not having to fight the whole time, I guess. a little disappointed with my phase spider, but that's fine. Don't worry about
I'm disappointed about the gym.
it. Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
had
Speaking of
everything.
which, I'm walking around town with 1 HP.
Yeah, you're. Oh, you're gonna be fun to kill. I mean, don't worry.
Don't worry,
About
it builds character.
it. Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out.
At least it's not my job to fix you this time.
But
He's gonna get jumped.
I still have that potion.
so winding down here, guys. Let's see. It's probably about 7 or 8 in the evening, getting a little bit later. So those three are going to be looking for a library for whatever reason. The other two are just, or 3 or 4. The other 4 are just kind of chilling out at the tavern, so we can figure out what's going to happen next week. Join us next time while we try to figure out what the hell we're doing. I'd like to thank everybody who's been tuning into the stream. Thanks for dropping by. We'll be picking up Sunday at noon for the other campaign, which is taking place in Tynac Kingdom. And you can join us every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. with our Aussie friends as we continue exploring Tynac Kingdom, and maybe we'll find a dungeon next time if we don't go into a mini crafting station. I could just see us now. We're all going to be in a synthesis pool for a while. We'll see where that goes. But, yep. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream there, guys. So, hopefully, everybody will join us for next time. Bye.